from like work and stuff. It's like trying to recuperate. Oh my god. Me trying to speak. That's not a good sign since I'm going to be reading a lot. I guess you guys will have to forgive me once I like. Okay. Let's start. Or load, I guess. Actually, just a sec. I think the audio level is way too low. Let me, sorry guys, let me change this a bit. And then let's go back. Oh. Well, I don't work at the moment. Okay, I'll be okay. Alright, that's good then. Okay, I feel very tired this morning, probably because yesterday itself was a very tiring day. On top of that, I woke up far earlier than necessary. Now I drink. I'm glad to hear you'll be okay. After saying hi to Shizune and Misha, I started doing work as instructed from the board. It really looks like today's gonna be heavy. Honestly, I don't have a problem with that now, though. Shizune and Misha might jump on me, trying to get an answer about whether or not I decided to join the student council, even if it's just one day. Big mug. I know. I need lots of tea or coffee. Today is a tea day, so... I want to pass them. I don't have an answer for them if they do, so the situation is convenient for me. About 10 minutes into class, Hanako walks in and takes a seat, but no one looks at her. The teacher doesn't even comment on her lateness. He does, however, stop us to say we're going to break into groups again. I turn my head and see Shizune and Misha looking at me. Shizune gives me a smile that equal parts cute and menacing. Smells, we have you now, there's no escape. He-chan, looks like we'll be together again. Yay yay! Misha leans inside ways. Shizune pushes her desk closer to mine. There's really no escape now unless I were to jump through the window. Jumping out the window is the best option, sadly. My nose itches, sorry. What's wrong, He-chan? Oh, He-chan, have you been thinking about what you said yesterday? You said that you would think about joining the student club, didn't you? It's okay, He-chan. We were talking about it after you left. It would be rude to expect you already to have an answer for us this early, right? Right? Ha 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 ha! I'm so happy you two are able to laugh at my expense. Even more pleased to know that you both know how crazy the two of you can be. Now that's over, she's in a steps in serious mode, smacks today's assignment with the back of her hand in an overly dramatic and important way. When I actually look at the stuff, it's mostly just reading. In fact, there are only two problems. I also want to say something about how her rush to get started seems a bit much, considering the small amount of work. In fact, Shizune probably knows how little there is and simply doesn't care. Yeah, it seems like a workload doesn't matter to her as much as the fact that there is work. The actual amount is unimportant. She approaches everything with the same level of ambition. While reading, I let my eyes wander around the room and catch Hanako trying to her hand solving problems. It looks like she's working alone. I can't remember seeing her working with other people before. Thinking back how shy she is, it's understandable. Hey, the girl over there. Huh, who? He-chan? Her, Hanako, over there. Does she always work alone? I think so, He-chan. Do you feel sorry for her because she works alone? I was just thinking that maybe she can work with us or something. No, I don't think that'd be a good idea, He-chan. Why not? She-chan, when I get along with her. Why? Misha shuffles around the question, letting a laugh that sounds very strange. It's nervous, but still lighting up and down the quality present in everything she says. Just because, He-chan. Right now, Shizune knows our conversation and makes me realize again how Misha has been saying everything she's been saying the whole time. That frown, though, I'm not gonna lie, it's like the best frown ever. What, She-chan? The friend of my enemy is my enemy? That sounds so harsh. I'm not gonna say that. You said it anyway. I know, He-chan. It's fine if you overhear. I wonder if Misha's way of keeping things fair, since without her, I wouldn't be able to understand a thing Shizune is saying, and vice versa. Is that also why she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of? Probably. Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Chan. We finished some time to spare. I decided to ask if there's any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly, the food has far been subpar. The Sentries and Misha arguing among themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think you have time to go all the way down there. And what about the bill? They're arguing for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem distracted by it, so I don't even notice the start of the actual lunch break. I look over his shoulder towards the back of the classroom. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone in class is busy themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks. The one with the actual box lunches mixed in with the chattering like everyone else. Only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her. Almost as if she's invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? I see her look over their shoulder towards the classroom through her door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. What to do? Go. Well, we're choosing her, apparently. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I better say something. Hey there, Hanako. Hisasu? Well, at least she remembers my name. I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. I'm just new here and I thought I should get to know my classmates. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice her scarring once more. It's a little bewildering when you barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up. That's okay. It was my fault. Nah, it wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happened. Sorry, waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before. Yes, Lily. Oh, you mean Lily, the blind girl. Hanako only nods to response. I can't help but wonder if defying people through their disabilities is a fox pass or the worst kind, or just normal here. I guess it explains why Lily took off yesterday after her... Well, I read that backwards. I'm probably dyslexic. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends? Yes. As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I'm thinking I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now. No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here. Oh, because it's hard to get around the classroom? Not really. Hanako gazed just past my shoulder towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly it's something that she doesn't want to talk about. It doesn't make a strange sort of sense, Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even if you can't see whose hands are talking. Hanako is so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door. Lily! Ah, Hanako. Good morning. Is the president here? Yes. Hanako glances over the shoulder at Shizune again as to confirm she can't hear them, even though that's impossible. I suppose it'd be best be off then. Lily's side tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity. Sorry guys, I can't speak. Between the two. It's intriguing, but it's not really something to ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, they would tell me. It's only the third day here. I should be making friends, not finding why people are enemies. Still, it's a little funny to find out the school has little feuds like my old high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get at each other's nerves. Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh, is that Hisato? I didn't realize you were here. Seems Lily is a little embarrassed for being frank in front of me. Sorry, Lily. I thought you realized. No, it's alright, Hanako. So, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. If you say so, I'm still working this place out. Well then, I think you find most people here are a lot of forgiving than elsewhere. If you feel a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Honestly, she's the only one that actually, like, answers shit when I ask. Sure, I'll remember that. Hisato remembers that. We'll remember that. Lily? Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry, Hisato. We must be off. Hanako really doesn't look like all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you too? I know I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? She looks at Lily, then at me, and freezes wide-eyed. Sure. Well then, shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed will only cause confusion and problems. So we leave, all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, lighting her cane tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in strides. As we turn the corner of the hallway, something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little. My vision briefly goes black. Ouch. Open my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. They belong to a perpetrator. A short girl bumped into me and is now falling down the hallway floor. She wears a beanie uniform and a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have during lunch break. More striking than that, though, she doesn't have legs. House, how are you doing? We're back at it again. Thanks. I should have more people talk to me so I can take a break to drink more. So I can try to go longer than 2 hours. Before my, voice dies. But how you doing, House? How's your day? Okay. Or she does, but they're not flesh and bone. Her pale, very much flesh and bone thighs and shins and feet are made from black metallic plastic-like material. Interesting story. Very interesting. They look disturbingly artificial and natural, and it almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The squirrel winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Aw, man, hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going, you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She looks really apologetic in a hurt puppy way, looking apologetic. I clearly forget being angry or anything, since hurt puppies are my weak spots. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. Say that, but the stinging pain grows in my chest. I know this is about the biggest possible danger of my condition. Don't overexert yourself. Don't forget your medication. And most of all, don't get hit in the chest. Try to rub the solar plex of the chase the pain. Hold my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The worried, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stared for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realized I probably looked worse off than I really was. Doubled over myself, looking all tense. Damn, I overly worried about my heart. Well, it makes sense. That's why you're fucking here. You get heart attacks. And they told you not to get hit in the chest, and you kind of just did. No need. I'm fine. Honestly, you should probably get that checked out. Well, okay. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling sore ribs. One last time, I take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me, big time. There's nothing more than that. Gotta be careful of that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay. I said I was fine. There's nothing broken. No, I'm done. Nothing broken. Your heart can freaking explode. That's good. So, what happened? She's not quite up to speed, for obvious reasons. She does sound very worried. More than the situation really deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious, just winded. Sorry, it's my fault. I was just gonna get some stuff. I was just kind of in a hurry. That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? The little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metal feet, looking down at them before saying anything. Hi, Lily. Hanako. I guess the girls know each other. Do please try to be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It's so cute. I find myself smiling. I know that. I gotta go! The teacher will have my head. I promised to help her pronounce and I went running instead. Sorry, I gotta change everything. Before any of us can say anything, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that really stops Emmy, it seems. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then? Lily heads off along the hallway and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako go quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open the small bag of food, Lily busying herself with her thermos and tea bags. Hanako is setting out both their lunch boxes. So, is this what you meant by coming here almost every day? Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us and we end up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reaction to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why this is the boon. A boon? I don't even know what that means. That and Lily being able to get somewhere quiet away from her class as well. I take a seat last after Lily poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, I think they're perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash. Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So, how are you faring, Yamaku? Hisao? You seemed a bit flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again, being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess. You look pretty hurt before. Are you really okay? For a brief moment, I could start telling Hanako about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I felt uncomfortable talking about to these relative strangers, even though they're pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think they're buying it, but in what I assume their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess this is one of written rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and I think everyone here recognizes that. So, how long have you been in the school? You both seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined the start of high school as well, and moved in dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So you've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me. It's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next door to Sun is probably the reason to befriend them, though I'm guessing that Lily's blindness played a part in that as well. Can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has deliberately avoided looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we start to eat our lunch. It wasn't long before the bell signaling the end of break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out. I guess I better be off. Are you going with Hisaso, Hanako? Hanako looks at me for a second. I can see she's considering skipping class, maybe to avoid walking the classroom with me. Yes. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako is really delicate to point out breaking if looking at it in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push off the feeling aside, trying to be natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod as a farewell as she bends down to take her cane, Hanako and I filling out before her. We walked quickly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door, Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. So, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways, Lily entering her classroom and leaving Hanako and me to make off on our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. So, do you really want to go back to class now? Yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. So Lily's right, and the more we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to class and walk in. The teacher looks at me and opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods us and continues his lecture. This is the third time that Hanako has her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. We make our way to our seats and notice Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. I wonder if some form of informal agreement with the staff, or is it a perk afforded to the unique students of the school? Trying to make a little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. Class goes on quietly. The teacher seems to be an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is usually bizarre, as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. Dude, I fucking hate those teachers. I fucking hate them. Ugh! They make my life hard. When the final bell sounds, I realize there's still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm left wondering what to do. It's odd. At the hospital, I have 24 hours a day of free time, but filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. LOL. Thanks, real brutal. Everyone else leaves. I'm left alone with the teacher. Moto is examining the assignment sheets we're working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyes from his paper briefly, noticed me, furrowing his brow. What is it, Nakai? I jump up addressing me. It's natural to spark conversation since there's no one else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I do after school. Teacher slowly puts a cap on his pen, holding and arranges papers into a stack, clapping against the desk twice. I just realized, the music's still really loud. Maybe it was good that I put it down. Okay. Yeah. He seems very methodical, and for a brief moment I remind him of Shizune, but the teacher's more unhurried and relaxed, much more routine. You have no plans. No, I consider joining a club. I don't know what kind of club I would be interested me. Go observe a meeting with someone else's club might pique your interest, I guess. I don't know how to continue from there. Moto looks at me in a way that makes me want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people, the other students. I'm talking to people and everything, it's just that it's not that I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't want to think about the disabilities. It's like, it feels that I'm being impolite and pay attention to them. It's weird to ignore them. Damn if I do, damn if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only issue if you make them one. You can talk normally with someone even if they're blind or something. Try to look behind the superficial. There's not a secret student here who's just a normal kid behind whatever they might seem at first glance. He says the same thing as Yuko did. I know they're right, but it's hard. How can you not consider, for example, Shizune's deafness when the only way to communicate with her is through Misha or Hanako? It's not like you can ignore her face, but I enter by the door of the classroom, suddenly slamming open. Teacher! Misha crashes in, hands straight and enthusiastic greeting, her voice loud and lively enough to wake the dead from their graves. She starts towards the teacher's desk, bouncing step, hand in gently swinging them with rhythm. Muto, visibly dismayed at the interruption, Misha in general slumps in his chair. Mikado? Misha stops in her tracks and looks around cluelessly as she's sensing from his tone there's something wrong, but has no idea what. Yes? We talked about the volume control before. Yes! But she doesn't lower her voice at all, and the teacher just rubs his eyes. So, what is it? I need help. We're running out of supplies for the festival stands. This is a distress! She waves a pink slip of paper she's holding around. So, get more supplies from the art room. What's the problem with that? Plywood! Plywood is always the problem. Last time we wanted more, there was only a little. And the last time we just took it all and went with that. Now there's none left. So, do you know where there is some? I don't understand. How would I know? Shi-chan! The president thought the teacher would know if there's plywood. Was she wrong? Probably. He's the fucking science teacher, not an art teacher. Or or the fucking Wood-X teacher. I don't know. Like, for reals, how would he know? Muto looks in great pain in front of him in this entire essence, and Misha doesn't get it at all. Looking to them communicate is terrible, like looking at a man being tortured by a drill, his skull open while blasting pop music at the full volume at the same time. True, yeah, true. Right, real brutal, right? I'm afraid I have no idea if there's plywood in the school, let alone if there was any. What should I do? Perhaps try to find Mr. Nomiya? I'm quite sure you know where to find everything you need. You'll have to pry them from his cold dead hands, but that's a different matter. I don't have time, we're so busy! She holds her head with both of her hands, looking as despairing as possible for a person like her. Without noticing, she crumples the note she's holding against her hair. I shouldn't be fetching these things! There's so much to do, they're falling behind schedule! Moto looks gravely and then suddenly smiling. Smiling doesn't fit his face. I think it's better if he didn't. I wonder if he can get some temporarily help. He switches by staring at me, focusedly, a hard expression of say, go make some friends. Shit. I guess I can give you a hand. You can, thanks, Chan. You're so really nice. She pauses, does a double take, and then points at me with her finger and yelling, ah! and looking very puzzled. Come to think of it, what's Ichan doing here? Class is over, you should have been having fun. Potato, hi Star, how you doing? We just had a little chat. Oh no, it's not detention, is it? Are you in trouble, Ichan? No, I'm not. Is Ichan in trouble, teacher? No, he's not. We took science deeply. I feel like I have to help Misha get her off the teacher's back. Excuse me. So what do you need? Here's a list. You could find the plywood room somewhere if there's none in the art room. Hey, hi Gravity. How you doing? How's your day? She offers me the note she's holding. I take it, hesitating a bit. I said I would help you, but there's no implications of whether I'm joining the council or not. Still, thanks, Ichan. Try to be quick. We're all in a stall building streak right now. We must hurry. I'm doing classy. Thanks for asking. How about you? Doing really good. Doing really good. Just reading a shit ton and making sure my throat isn't dry. I'm doing good. I'll say ditto to my comment before of how I'm feeling. My goal is to try to go over 2 hours. I see. Are you a Hanako fan? Fuck no. Wait, Hanako. Is this Hanako? Or wait, is Hanako the scarred chick? Honestly, I'm more of a Lily fan. Hanako's okay. Like, the mysterious I like, but the shyness I don't like. Mysterious girl. I know. They're just totally going, like, go for the mysterious girl! But I'm not into really shy girls. I'm honestly more into Lily than anything. You're like, yeah, same. I like Lily more. Maybe I can go Lily's route. I mean, Hanako is like the more like, go follow her, like, shit. But more I'm around Hanako than I could be around Lily. Maybe I'll try, like, still early stages of who to go after. Hi DJ, how you doing? How's your day? Stubborn shake, we must hurry. Let's see. I hate Misha, I'm not gonna lie. She bounces off the classroom, leaving me and the teacher looking at each other with something that feels like a silent agreement. Bitch. Well, there you go, Nakai. You have something to do now. Let's hope Lily has one. Does Lily not have one? I mean, I guess I'll end up with Hanako if there's not a Lily one. Star. Oh, go sleep, Star. Take a nap. Or relax, get a face mask or something. Please don't sound so smug. Look at the list and number of items ranging from paint to plywood. It's all written in small, neat handwriting. That's undoubtedly Shizune's. I heave a sigh. I'll be going then. Waving along this at the teacher, I exit the hallway. Classrooms closest to ours are designated along the classes 3-1 and 3-2, and the right side 3-4, and the left side each door looking exactly the same. Further down the corridor is still identical doors and rooms I didn't think were used for classes. I guess our room is not a classroom as such. I carefully push open the furthest door and peek in. It's a classroom, but it seems rather badly kept or not in use. I'm in the right place. Also, what did I miss? I last watched recording and came here. So, this is the last time I watched, you were in bed after Kenji thought you were a spy. Okay. Good. Alright. So, you're not that far behind since the story goes by so long. So, I woke up. I went to class. I did my homework with, go sleep, Star. What was it? I, did my homework, or the work during class with deaf chick and hyper chick. But then I asked her about Hanako, and it looks like Shizune, is it Shizune, the the deaf girl, doesn't like scarred girl, Hanako. And you're like, oh, okay. Anyways, for lunch, you go talk to Hanako, and Hanako is like, oh, Lily's coming, so the blind chick, like, the deaf chick and blind chick don't get along. And so, ooh, drama. And then you go have lunch with Hanako and Lily. And there wasn't much to talk about. Oh, you get hit in the chest. You meet a new chick that her legs are, or like up to her knees are cut off. And so she has kind of the metal things, and she runs around and she hits you in the chest. And so you're kind of hurt, but then you just kind of are like whatever about it, which that could have been pretty bad. You probably should have went to a nurse, but whatever. And then Mysterious in you. Ruba, hi, how you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, Mysterious. Oh, yeah, it's always Mysterious girl. Yeah, and up to that point, anyways, it looks like I have lunch with him. Hanako comes back to class, and then I just sit in class after school, not knowing what to do. I'm just like, I'm bored. What about what the mysterious about Vicky? Oh, the girl? Mysterious girl. They literally call her. Her name is Hanako. She has scars. She's the mysterious girl. Literally said it in the story. I'm okay. Oh, why are you just okay? And Soul Gravity, I think that's where we're at, you know? I think you came in when... Oh, great. Great, Ruba. Great. You came in when Hyper Chick came in and said, I need help! And now you're helping her. Try to find plywood and shit. This is where I'm at. Woo! It's a classroom, but it seems fairly badly kept. I need something in the right place. Desks and chairs are all around the room. A thin layer of dust settled on them. There's some easels in the corner. At least this looks like the right place. The room is flushed in the sunlight with big windows, shadows creeping all over the desks. Specks of dust are dancing in the stagnant air, making the beams of light almost visible. Oh, whoops. I clicked the wrong... Like, if I click the right click, it will pull that up. Right? Yeah. Jokingly, I call into empty room. Anyone? Something catches my eye and I stop mid-sentence. Oh, sitting on the desk, a short-haired girl cautiously wearing a boy's uniform with a fork between her toes and a morsel of food stuck on the end. I don't know wave diet seems to cause her apparent lack of hands, but her presence here is what takes me back even more. How did I miss her before? She's sitting in the corner, very still. Somehow it took a part of her furnishing her statue at first glance. I'm not too observant today as a whole. The girl seems frozen in place, staring at me with her huge eyes and a rabbit-like headlight. She's staring at me, her mouth open wide, ready to accept the fork. I'm staring at her, my mouth open wide, so I remember I didn't finish my sentence, trying to think if I should. We're at stalemate, keeps us both stunned in silence, punctuated only by the wall clock ticking rhythmically. Hello? The girl stuffs the fork in her mouth, now staring at me unexpected while chewing. It's a bit awkward. Hello. I was told to pick up supplies here, but the festival stalls, I think. I didn't think anyone would be here. Who's Luke and why does he eat people? Exactly. I don't know. It's weird. There isn't. That's why I came here too. She picked up another fork. Doesn't that mean you're here then? She raised her eyebrows. She's suspecting my observation was false. You're pretty observant, I guess it does, but who are you? The girl's pretty straightforward, isn't she? I'm Nakai, Sao Nakai. I just transferred it in on Monday. I'm Rin Tezuka. Rin Tezuka. I won't shake hands with you, but at least you know who we are now. That's very nice. Her deadpan manner of talking makes me hard to determine whether she's joking about shaking hands or not. It kind of bothers me. Joking about these matters doesn't feel appropriate at all. While I'm trying to figure out what's appropriate and whether this girl is, she seems to have lost interest in me and now getting back her food. Can I continue my lunch? If you don't mind me, I won't mind you. If you need to get your stuff, supplies are at the back. Go right ahead, but lunch, school's already over for the day. What word would you use then? There's no word for a meal you eat after lunch, but before dinner, right? It bothers me very much too. I don't really know what I should say. Oh, hi Glitter, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you today? I don't think you're supposed to eat a meal between lunch and dinner to begin with. Wow, why is he so judgy? But I'm hungry now. A delicious boxed lunch would go to waste otherwise. I have curry. It's very delicious. With much decisiveness, Rinse once again picks a fork between her toes, at least much in politeness, as she points straight at me. So Nakai, what brings you to this place? Like I said, I was told to look for these things. No, the school. From outside you look fine. Is there a problem inside? I come to a full stop, open my mouth, not trying to get a word out. I can guess I am good at guessing, better than most people. Rin cuts me off before I can answer a question, or skirt around somehow. I don't know which I would have done. I froze in front of this issue again. I haven't even told anyone here about my condition, or maybe it's because it really hasn't come up. I do get the feeling that not making an issue of this is part of the school's code here, as the teacher said. I wonder if people here could relate. Probably not, better than any normal person could. I can't relate to Shizune's circumstance or Lily's either. Naturally, I go through this in my head. Rin keeps considering what my condition could be, an overly contemplative look on her face. She puts a fork between her lips and leans back, licking the ceiling as an answer is written up there. I'm well. That's good, Glitter. I'm so glad. A beam of light illuminates her face from the window, creating a massive dark shadow on the other side. I don't think it's anything in your head. Something in your guts would be borderly ordinary, like this lunch of mine, and less delicious. The problem must be in your pants! Ah, this messed up Sherlock Holmes' kind of statement is sheer lack of tact was delivered catches me completely off guard. You look better with your hair open, Vicky. That doesn't make any sense. I think I might have reeled back, even physically it's Rin's eyes wide in revelation and astonishment. So I was right, there's something wrong with your tackle, isn't there? Still partially in shock, recognizing their need to reply something, I spit out the first thing I think of. No, nothing like that. I have a heart problem. Arrhythmia. I said it, more like blurted out, but I said it. The girl in front of me purses her lips together and glowers at me, looking very disappointed. How boring. Trouble in the Pants would have been much better and more scandalous. What's with this reaction? I'm sorry to let you down. I forgive you. Just, I collect people with a person, you know, the kind of problem that would have been really great. Collect people? People with different problems. Huh, so you just go around people, what's wrong with them? Pretty much. I see. Kind of rude. I don't know. With little left to say, Rin resumes her lunch. Conversation dies away, but I keep thinking about what she said. The first time I told anyone else about my condition, and other people have either known about it already or heard it from someone else. Or they need to know about it, like every other student here so far. You should have told it as natural part of introductions. Is it expected of me? Hi, Misao. I have a very serious heart condition. I mean, that'd be good so people know, like, if you get knocked out, you know, like, you can get seriously hurt. So I'm supposed to go around and introduce myself from now on? If our disabilities would define us, what a disgusting thought. Or maybe this Tezuka girl just has a natural interest in such things, maybe. As I walked to the room to pick up the items Misha's list, I chanced upon the study Rin from the corner of her eye. Her hair is a burnt auburn, almost orange, and cropped short. Long hair would probably be impossible with no arms. Voicing from the lack of arms makes her look very thin, almost scrawny. She's not particularly pretty, except for the murky green eyes which flicker, restlessly from below her short bangs, even when she eats. The distance and shadows make it seem like they don't reflect sunlight at all, but instead absorb all of it within the deep wells. She moves her feet almost as definitely as a normal person would use their arms. However, I can see how this sight could discomfort people, especially while eating. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable at least. I hesitate to think about the word unnatural. Was it too late now, isn't it? I keep searching for the cabins and shells for Misha's things, but after enough time passes, the silence grows too uncomfortable. I try to force a conversation out of this strange girl. So do you always eat alone if it's late, or do you get the occasional visitor? Visitors? Maybe my first occasional visitor, but I don't always eat alone either. Sometimes I eat with a certain person on the roof, if she's not horsing around. Horsing? She likes to do sports. Oh. And that's all I can think of to say. Both of us fall silent again as Rin's fork last beat of her mouth. I look down in the hall, a double check with Misa's list. It seems like everything except plywood. So I think I have all the things now. That's very nice of you. Don't feel obliged to stay. I was thinking about taking a nap anyway. You need to do whatever you're going to do with the stuff anyway, right? Or perhaps do you like to watch girls sleeping? I'm not sure what to make of this, but Rin looks serious. Even if I did, I think I have to be going. Damn! Actually, I like this girl. She, like, forces shit out of me. She would be probably the perfect match. Maybe I'll go for her. I'll catch you around, Tezuka. You can call me Rin. I feel like our relationship point is good enough to warrant this much. I was already trying to make my exit, but she draws me back in. Fine. Then I'm Hisao. Rin, that's like the only easy way to pronounce. That's like the only easy name to pronounce. Oh, that's the only easy to pronounce name in this game, right? That's why I should go for her, like Lily and Rin. I go after the easy name games. Let's see. Then you are. Rin looks at me hard in the eyes, but that intimidating feeling when you get someone stares at you isn't there. It's like she's actually trying to not looking at me at all. She blinks a couple times. I can't figure out why she paused like that and popped between us out of nowhere. See you later, Sal. There's something like a tiny smile there in her face, maybe. And she likes to eat. Very good, very good. I quietly back out of the room. As I shut the door in front of my face, I whisper to myself, what intriguing person. The first intriguing person ever! You like what? You know you messed up the first date if you mispronounce her name. You're right. I did that with my husband. I couldn't remember his name for like 2 weeks when we first met, so, and we're married. Is that the first problem, the red flag he should have seen about me? If I can't remember his name. From inside I hear muffled sing-song voice. I heard that. What did you hear? Oh my god, I jump in some appearance of Misha, who not heard approaching despite a completely empty hallway. Somehow she got in jumping distance of me without making a sound. Creepy briefly reminds me of Kenji's nutty theory about global feminist conspiracy, but I pushed that thought aside. She's standing slightly behind Misha. It looks aloof, so she couldn't have heard the remark that drew Misha's attention, but Misha visibly excited. Oh no, ice cream cone hair. I know. No, wait, more importantly, who is there? There's no club meeting today. She tries to usually peek behind me, but through the door prevents her from seeing anyway. Oh yeah, I've been married for about 5 years. No, I'm married. Married girl online that plays games all day. That's what I do with my life. Okay. Shizune is as luckily as annoying. I think Shizune isn't all that bad. No, Shizune isn't bad. She would be a good person to go after too. What are you doing here? It took so long, we had to check on what's wrong. That's no good, Hee-chan. She wags her finger at me scoldingly. I found plywood, but everything else is missing because you are tardy. Oh, sorry. Well, here's the thing is I was gonna bring them. I think you were up to some mischief, Hee-chan. Who's in there with you? I wonder. Misha signs something googly to Shizune, pointing out her own ear a couple times. Shizune immediately pushes her way past me and almost into the classroom just left. I can only imagine the shock she's experiencing. While Shizune diligence and attitude, the insolence of daring to deface the school property by sleeping on top must be too much to bear. And indeed, she stays in her room, doesn't place apart from the slight but noticeable trembling of her shoulders from suppressed rage, I'm sure. The kid who made you play this game to join a club is thinking. Wait, the kid who made you play a kid's game to join a club is thinking you did something wrong. I know, right? Right? Like, what were you doing in there? Even though I'm literally holding all the fucking supplies. Like, here's your fucking supplies on your list, bro. And they're like, you were doing something, weren't you? It was like, yeah, get your fucking supplies. Like, come on. Instead of blowing up, she's in these few breaths, adjusted her glasses, and slams the door shut, turning a sign fiercely at Misha. Maybe she did blow up. I can't understand it. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? I did your stuff. She shoots a very loaded stare at me too. As if somehow my fault that Ren is sleeping on one of the tables. She's not getting any funny ideas about the reason of my tardiness. Hello? Ren's voice comes out of the other side of the door and makes a few eye blinks to realize she might have trouble opening it. I open the door from Ren directly behind him, looking at us half interested and half sleepy face. She's so cute! Hello! She sleeps, she eats. This is the girl for me. And she has no arms. I like it already. Miss Tezuka, what do you think you're doing? You're absolutely not permitted to use school property for such disgraceful activities. Sleeping is disgraceful? What the fuck? It sure is suddenly very crowded in here. I didn't know it was this popular. No, arm girl is best girl, right? Right? It's hard to say whether she's happy or unhappy about the turn in events. At any rate, she ignores Shizune's scolding and they have no choice but to drop the issue. Shizune steps Misha on the shoulder, points to Rin, and makes some quick signs. Popularity aside, please don't do that anymore. Wow, rude. Anyway, how's your project going? Will it be done for the festival? Rin looks at them blankly. Apparently she at ease under the pressure Shizune's cold stare is putting on her. I kept wondering about that myself too. She's so easygoing. And we'll think about it harder. I'll think about it harder later. As soon as she decides to reply Shizune in her face, into an unsatisfied frown. Miss Teza, please try to take this seriously. It'd be a disaster if the wall looks like someone threw their lunch onto it. Ren nods assertively. We'll think more seriously. She actually giggles at that. Shizune does not even after translation. She just shakes her head, takes the materials from me, and takes off with Misha in tow. Ren frowns thoughtfully as she looks after the retreating student council duo. How rude. I know! Rin, best girl. It's true though, I must finish my project before the weekend. There would be dire consequences if I don't. And the end of the world as we know it. Like weekends usually are, but more dire. Much more dire. Maybe I'll postpone my nap to unforeseen future. I must postpone my nap to unseen future. Oh my god, that's like the best line in this fucking game so far. Can we need like a fucking quote list for this game. That's probably the best one. I'm about to ask what project she has and those apocalyptic consequences, but she walks back into the art classroom. Since you have nothing to do, will you give me a hand? This paint can doesn't fit in my bag, but I need it. She kicks slightly a huge can of paint that's lying on the floor next to the table she was sitting and sleeping on. It lets out a dull cling. Being the gentleman I am, wow. I naturally pick it up. Heavy! Yeah, sure. Where do you need to take it? Away! Why do I need to take it? Away. And with that, she takes off in the hallway. Me and Pink kept following since there's a little choice for either of us. Always quiet, empty, and with Shizune and Misha gone, we two lead towards the stairwell at the other end. Every 10 or 15 or 20 steps, I have to change the cam from one hand to the other because the thin handle cuts into my palm. At least it keeps my arms from tying too fast. Ren would give you a hand and... Wait, Ren, would you give me a hand and be my waifu? Please tell me you don't get it. I sound like jerk back too. I know, like, Ren, give me a hand here. Oh, ha ha ha, you can't. But yeah, be my waifu, please. Oh god. I hate paint cans, like the ones that are heavy like that, because yeah, it hurts. Ren strolls beside me at an uneven pace. I have trouble matching, or maybe I'm walking weird because of the extra weight. It seems one of us is constantly walking too slow or too fast. I can't figure out which. 2 flights of stairs below, trouble appears to form in the head of a nurse and his fox-like grin. Ah, Mr. Kai, what happy coincidence? Tezuka too, of course. He nods curiously to Rin, who does not acknowledge him back and turns to me because obviously it's me who has some business with. There's something I forgot to mention on Monday. I nod away impassively because I can't begin to guess what I forgot. The feeling of the handle delving deeper into my skin makes me feel enthusiastic about the interruption either. Just set it down. It's about your medication. Since you haven't been that long on your current medications, there might be unexpected side effects which require adjusting dosages or even changing to another kind of medication. So we'll do a few tests regularly, but what I'd want is for you to keep an eye on everything in your condition that feels off, if you get what I mean. Like yesterday, when that chick, like, ran into me, or today. I guess it was today that happened, because I had lunch. Nausea, headache, anything. Come see me if something happens. Alright. So, how are you? Everything fine? I give a drop to the can on the floor before answering. Apparently, this takes longer than my biceps can handle. I'm about to say something generic answer, but then I realize I've done that lately. I don't know why this nurse gives me a weird vibe. It does! And there's weird-ass jazzy music, creepy jazzy music behind him. So he has, like, the weirdest-ass vibe ever. Like, you know, some weird, scary elevator music. But yeah, he has a weird vibe. I realize, if you're a male nurse and you're treating a girl, it's not weird for a male nurse to treat a girl. I'm not gonna lie, like, because I don't want to, like, stereotype people that way. I know, like, jazz, but the weird jazz music and his, like, eye, like, weird thing, you know? Like, technically his language hasn't been off, but then, like, his character, I don't know, his how he looks and the music behind him doesn't give us like a good feeling. I like how so you have the little jazzy things like do do do. I know it's about something generic answer blah blah blah. Other people have asked me that too. Teachers, students, teachers, my parents, visitors, nurses, doctors at the hospital. Everyone seems to be concerned about that. It's natural for a hospital, not so much for a school. Well, he's the head nurse. He's like the doctor of the school. Except the school. This is a small school and both student space and facilities seem very tightly knit. At least that's the feeling I'm getting. This is not the kind of school that gets transfer students too often. The thought sends shivers down my spine. I give a generic answer anyway. That's great! Also, one other thing. My sources tell me you've been neither, the school track nor the pool, so I'd like to know if you're taking up exercising as I asked. Of course I haven't, but this is the way of this is the fucking third day. What the hell? Like, you should at least ask him if he's been exercising like in a week. It's literally his third day. According to Lucy, you should have been running my ass off on the track since the very first day. Stop winking at little girls with disabilities, right? That's the weird part. Have you have people spying on me? Not as such. I just happen to know a few people. It's not the issue here, so don't try to slip out of it. Well, I actually just doing some improv weightlifting as an exercise. I lifted the cannon up and down a few times of some sad imitation of a bodybuilder, even though it's weighing down my arms painfully. The stupid grin disappears off his face for a second and comes back like it was never gone. Tezuka, will you give us a second? The nurse grabs me by the shoulder without waiting for Rin's permission, which she didn't need in the first place, and drags me aside. When I told you to exercise, I wasn't joking. Wow. I understand that you're still in your first week and all, but please don't ignore the importance of this. What the fuck? Holy shit. The reason I'm coming to you down these hard is the habits are not easy to form. The more you slip and postpone, the harder it'll be. It'll be the same with everything like dieting. Can you promise me to be more serious from now on? This guy's freaking me out. Should I say maybe? Like, what the hell? It's my third day. Maybe? You freak? Maybe? No, I mean, he gives me a nasty sort of look and I say, make me trying to take back the word. I mean, I don't know. I'm starting to get used to school, bitch! Bitch, it's been my third day! I promise I'll try, though. You're not being very convincing there, yourself. Tip number 1, medical professionals are not amused if you take their advice lightly. 100-pound Anime Life edition episode. Hisaso story. Right? I just stopped because this creepy nurse told me I needed to. What's up with him? As if a day or two would make much of a difference. I didn't do anything at the hospital either. Yeah, okay, sorry. He studies me for a moment, then shrugs, smiling again. Okay, that's more like it. If you go to the school track tomorrow morning, you'll meet my spy who probably has no qualms offering consultation to you if you want to jog a bit. Consultation? See you around. Fuck you. He leaves a wave of his hand, no answer. I walk to Rin, who's been waiting idly against the hallway wall, staring at the pale lighting fixtures in the ceiling. Even when I approach, she doesn't move her eyes off them. Are you getting medications for your heart thingy? Were you listening? It came out more accusory than I intended, accidentally lashing out on her. But even though I don't really start talking about it, I just met her. I don't know her. It's not her business. The nurse seems to happily ignorant about confidential too, talking about the kind of thing in public. But it's not Rin's fault, is it? I look at her, suddenly feeling a bit guilty. Nurses are aggressive about Yeah, nurses aren't this, or, like, and this is his third day. Like, it takes like a week or so, especially if the school's kind of big. You know? That, and if you look at his file, like, he hasn't been exercising at all in the hospital. Like, at all. So... Okay. Looking at her suddenly feeling a bit guilty, but Ren just staring past my shoulder quizzically, it held to it like a bird. I don't know why it's so hard for me. It feels like an impeccable lock that prevents me from being more upfront about this. Yeah, there for my heart. Oh, Dutchy boy's here. I guess he's here for the story. He's going to his little bed. Will they make you better? No, not really. They'll just make it me a little less worse. Ren keeps looking at me for a while longer. She neither says anything further nor displays any kind of emotion I could discern. I'm thankful if she doesn't. I'm still not quite used to all this. I thought it was easy, but I haven't sorted out my feelings about having to live a normal life with this disability. We leave the main building and Ren leads us onward toward the dorm. We stop a small patch of greenery in front of the dorm building. The dorm is built slightly elevated ground with a wall and a few trees that everyone has to circle around every time they come or go. It's probably the only inconvenient design in the school. The entire wall is made of some kind of brick, and the brick itself has been covered with some sort of painting. Most of it is mere sketches and quick lines drawn with black and white against the gray plaster that covers most entire length of the wall, while some places look a bit more finished. These human faces and legs and hands, I can't quite say what the painting might portray. Stacks of what seems to be paint cans arranged in piles on the ground besides the wall. See, the left side is hardly off the ground yet. It's because I couldn't get in the mood yesterday, so I gave up and went to meditate instead. Then it was suddenly morning. After work on it, the guys from our class are helping with the negative spaces, but the basement surfaces whenever, which is the problem. It's easy to paint big areas. If there's a lot of people with hands. The reach is better, it's faster too. She goes on tangent of a tangent, waving a little of her arm or whatever of it there actually is to demonstrate, even though I got the point already. The white cotton of her sleeve flaps around and makes me think it could look sadder than it does. But it makes me feel out of place, like almost every tangible reminder of the student base's special properties has in the past few days. This girl doesn't notice my dreary feelings, of course. In fact, she lost me a while ago already. She keeps on blabbering. So that's why I'm trying to figure out why there's something I need to figure out and figure out that before it's too late and all hope is lost. Dude, that's literally how I talk. Why would hope be lost? Because the paint has to be painted, and then it has to dry, and then it has to be painted over with another kind of paint. It takes time. She finally stops, apparently thinking she made some kind of statement that makes sense. I think it's best to start from the top. So this is your project. You did this. Yes, yeah. All of it. Yes. Nice, but I stumbled with my words, suddenly feeling like I walked straight into a minefield of political incorrectness. It's okay, you can say it. I probably won't get mad. I blush real hard. I don't really know what would be right thing to say, if any. It feels that I'm way more sensitive than Rin is, though. This is really awkward. Don't you want to ask? How do you paint without hands? See, I'm an easy person to talk to, right? With my feet. Oh, she's so cute. Like, he's been so worried about this. Like, asking people and shit. I almost guessed that already, but isn't that hard to do? You're good at guessing anyway. I don't think it is, maybe because I'm used to it by now. I can't get my mind around the fact that she could be an artist, but seeing how she adapts using her feet to eat, I figure painting might not be a problem either. Neither of us have anything more to add to the subject. The afternoon light looks pretty well. I was afraid it would look too flat, but it's not like that after all. I think it's actually pretty interesting. I wanted to see what it would look like in dim light. Do you think it's flat? Paintings tend to be flat. Not like that flat, you know, flat like some people are. No substance, no meat, where there should be some. I know for girls who, okay, I get it. But I couldn't really tell. It's not good. I'm not good with art. I can't name any artists or artistic terms. So I don't really have anything to say. Damn. Rin shrugs her shoulders at that suit yourself without saying it, looks up at the sky, trying to look at something up there. I didn't think I would actually get actual work done, but if you give me a hand with the paints, I could do a little before it's too dark. I want to get a halogen lamp like the ones they have this sport tracks, but there aren't any. Ranger is quick to recruit my help as Shizune. It makes me feel that the festival is such a big project that every pair of hands is needed. Why not? I'm not really sure if I can be any help though. It's just make some paints if you can do that probably. Do you have a motor control problem? Like those people who have some? Cerebrally palsy maybe? Not that I know of. I get it. Heart thingy has nothing to do with that. She gives me a sly look for no reason. No, it doesn't. Let's do it then! So is she like trying to make fun of him a little bit? I mean like tease him a little bit. Not really make fun, but more teasing. So she sits on the empty wooden box very naturally, picks up a wide brush between her toes with her bare right foot. I open a few cans and pour some of the contents in a shallow bowl for mixing. The thick paints flow lazily the can to the bowl like syrup. It makes them creating funny, hypnotic-looking swirl patterns that melt quickly into each other and form new monotone hue. Heart thingy has nothing to do with it, Rin. I know, like, she has so many quotes, like... Yes, I really positive has nothing to do with that. Rin sets to work every now and then, asking me for a hand with something or another. Finding different brushes is easy enough, but mixing the paints to be exact tone this girl's apparently seeing in her head is a frustrating ordeal. She wants precision down to last millimeter? I don't know. Before she is satisfied, but her instructions are obscure at best. Add half a splash of green. I crush on and pick up bright green. The other green, this green. Carefully pour some of the other green paint into a mixing bowl. No, that's almost a whole splash. More white. Is this green a good color to add? No idea. You're the artist here. A hidden smile appears in the corners from her mouth. Do you lack an opinion? No, it's just I have no idea. It's okay because I got an idea. I'm more white. With this exclamation, I pour a minuscule amount of white into a bowl and mix it. It looks slightly whiter. That's not good. It has to be more like the color when you wake up and you know what you saw in the meaning of life in your dream, but you can't remember it. What the fuck does that mean? Maybe it's yellow. Despite the possibility of mixing colors that change the seasons or any other nonsense would be imposed on me, I find myself enjoying it more than I thought I would. What green is that? Seeing a painting being born on the plastered wall makes feel like magic. I spend the moments they have mixing paints, crouching down and paving, just looking at her work. I feel slightly intrusive at first, like breaking some imaginary oh my god, I can't even say it. But Rin doesn't seem to mind at least. Maybe it's just my head. Her entire presence emits a complete different air. She patiently works the details, adding layers of paint on top of the other layers of paint, suddenly moving her foot across the wall, adding new shapes. Oops, my bad. When I manage to produce a passable mixture of pink, the rare smile on her face is oddly rewarding. Apart from the few words when discussing paint mixes, neither of us say a word for the longest time. Even though short discussions soon evolve into a shorthand, both of us developing and using weird impromptu code words for various paints and hues. If there's some need to converse words and breathe a sound. We stay there till late in the evening until it comes too dark to paint properly. Oh, cute. The sound of my alarm pulls me out of the fitful slumber into the unpleasant state of a wakefulness. I'll linger in the blanket for a few minutes, gathering my energy to rise up while making excuses as for why I already have it. Honestly, I wouldn't mind staying here for all day. School is surprisingly exhausting after a long pause, and the culture shock still has not faded, I think. Still, despite getting an impression that skipping class is easy here, I don't think they're gonna let me get away that easily. The nurses is bound to keep breathing down my neck with the talk of exercising as well. So eventually I rise up, swallow the morning medications, put my own soccer clothing. Thanks to my condition, I was exempted from taking part of gym classes at Yamaku, so I didn't get the issued a gym outfit. I ordered some to cover such a contingency, but wearing my own soccer clothes is kind of nostalgic. I can't use them for that anymore, so maybe I can get a new life this way. A bit like me. Seems a bit stupid to me, really. But I suppose this way, at least, I can tell the nurse honestly that I'm doing something about my health. Not that I was ever much a runner to begin with. I can't hurt to try, I guess. I'm surprised to discover I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. A prosthetic leg girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running on the track lithy, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What's her name again? It was short, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps of some sort of easy lope. Her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what the reason she's running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine. The nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog, just like he's oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my health. This prompted me to do so. Even with things like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact it would be less likely to encounter someone who witnessed my pitiful attempts to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but seems like my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. Good morning, your name's Hisao, right? She grins, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. You may not remember me. Emmy, I knocked you over the hallway yesterday. How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy is the decency to vague apologetic for a moment before giggling. Yeah, sorry about that again. Well, as long as you don't make a habit of it, I'm supposed I'll be fine. Great! I'm not sure if she's realizing I was joking. So, the spy concert the nurse talked about, is that actually you? That's right! Oh. She's so cute. She is pretty cute. She's pretty adorable. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest. What? Are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy? No, that's more like a relief. I was afraid I'd have someone to watch every move. Unless you're here to do that, exactly that. No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I've seen a messy hair transfer student who looked like he's kind of lost around the track. So, why are you down here? Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training? For what? Track. Oh, I see you're on the track team then. Emmy nods enthusiastically. Yep, I want the better runners too. I'm modest about it too. Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know. I think much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm not into organized sports, you know. It's true, I've never really gotten too much into soccer. I mean, I run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning. I see. Not the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we can go on a run together, huh? What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased. Are you gonna warm up? Real men don't warm up. Oh no, you should always warm up. Bad Hisaso! She scolds me enthusiastically and then smiles and leans closer. I hate warming up too. She laughs suddenly. Heck, I don't even have to stretch my legs. Damn. You have thighs though you have to probably stretch. That's funny. To confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple times, giving me a passing impression of her standing in a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem quite elastic. Let's go! We both take off around the track and immediately see she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into a run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Frankly, I don't remember there's any particular form for running, but I can't help but feeling I'm doing it wrong somehow. I feel awkward in comparison to Emmy. She never seems to break stride. I don't think I want to do this anymore. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple laps today. I slow to walk pretty quickly. Well, that, and you haven't walked around. You've been in a hospital bed for, like, what, 4 months? Emmy keeps running. She doesn't seem to notice. I stop until she passes me the second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor. Finished already? Hanging onto my head ruefully. Yeah. I'm not very good shape right now. Emmy nods and grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling. Well, that's the important thing is you started, right? Next time, you just have to try to hold out longer and longer and longer. Eventually, you'll be great. Yeah, never mind, she doesn't do warm-ups. I don't want my waifu to have a big injury and she doesn't warm up the muscles. Same! Gravity! We're the same, right? She's cute, but she needs to warm up those thighs. I mean, yeah, she doesn't have a calf or any, like, calf muscle that she needs to warm up, but she needs to warm up those thighs a little bit. And her hips and shit. Like, she's still using, like, her hips to warm up and whatever. I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now I'm gonna get ready for class. Shouldn't you? I mean, shrugs unconcerned. Nah, I got plenty of time. I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug. Not really, I've got to finish my routine. See ya later, yeah, see ya. Maybe she has PE first thing in the morning, so it's not that big of a deal. Apart from feeling more tired than before, I don't think I accomplished anything today. I'm so out of shape, it's embarrassing. The whole thing might have been a waste of time. I'll find some other way. You could have just fast jogged. I head back to the dorms to wash and change my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long hot shower. I'm tired from all the running. I just want to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine and getting to school before the morning rush. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself and get out of the stall, put on my clothes. Oh no. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, illuminating, radiating malicious intent, and bursts through the fog. Sup? Oh no. What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem? I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all the place, man. Wow. I know. Wow. What do you mean all over the place? I want to ask if he's been looking for me like a stark naked, but I hold my tongue back. I finally realize I'm naked and too and hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. I feel so impure. I know, same. I feel very impure right now. That leaf is the best thing ever. His glasses are fogged up, but then he doesn't wipe them off. His vision's so bad, he's perpetually seeing through fog. You know, your room, and yeah, that's it. Hey, but hey, I mean, I still get up though. Whatever, it's not important. Can I borrow some money? What? He puts an innocent face away, trying to look hard through very casual. It doesn't work. He's just parents window pane sized glasses. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, to say something in fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with a little success. Money? Sure. Awesome. Wait, why do you need it? Can you just give me because I have a good will not to run through your pockets while you're in the shower? I could have some exercise restraint, and in the end, isn't that the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal. What did I just walk into? Same. What did I just walk into? I don't know. This makes no sense. It's clearly the thought that, the thought that counts. I should withhold payment, since he has thoughts were clearly impure, intentions are probably more sinister, since he can't tell me what they are. I say much to him. I'm offended, man, but if that's your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order pizza, and I've already had the most of the cost of the pizza, and I need your help for the rest. Well, this is a bit inappropriate. AJ, you're on YouTube. A little bit inappropriate. I get some of the pizza too, right? No. Are you serious? Yeah, I would give you some, but you have class, and you don't have time to eat pizza. What about you? I'm not going to class, so I have to wait for pizza and pay the guy, and then I eat it. It's not easy, see? You see, it's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you and the pizza and ask for a slice. Of course I'm working. I feel bad for Leaf. I feel bad for Leaf too. It's a hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. You left pizzaless and an unforgiving world. It's happened before, that's how I know. Every day I plan vengeance so that when people who wrong me and order pizza, I'll be there, ever vigilant. Kenji strikes a dramatic pose, completely without irony. But yeah, I'll need 400 yen, please. You're my hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try not to go unless it's absolutely necessary. Tell me what happened last time I went without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside, you see. You see, I was outside. I can't remember what I was doing, you see. Something. Standing, maybe. Wondering how I got there. And then out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, spit into the sky, I split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces, making it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird cracked on my head. It was the second more shocking moment in my life. What was the first? He ignored me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. He's trying to keep momentum. I go with that, even if it's more likely he didn't hear me. It was like an opening of some kind of anime show, you know, when there's always a part when the main dude is fighting his rival, and they fly at each other and clash swords, and there's something big, dramatic, color, auras, and zoom. It was like that, but with poo. Okay. So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen, you see. To be honest, he deserves that bird crap. He does deserve that bird crap. He just upped the price to 1,000 yen. I thought it was 400. Okay. What? I'll pay you back, I swear. You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff. I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back. You have 1 week. Ah! Kenshi winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. I guess I did a pretty good impression of a dying cow. A particularly disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely. You're not supposed to be tight-assed about money, you see? Between brothers in arms, you see, man? Men have it bad enough as it is. Do you know what male porn stars only make about half what female porn stars make? You know, bro? You know? Why are we talking about porn stars now? That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star. So maybe I'm a porn star on the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. You can't even spot your crumbs, you bastard. No one understands nobody. Okay. What if it was me against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again. This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit, but this is serious here. Feminists are dangerous enemy. Make no mistake. You take them lightly and you wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere. That's not just a topic for a naked dude in a shower for asking for money. Yeah, pretty interesting topic. Feminist agenda, remember that? Feminist agenda! How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep? Women are terrible at stabbing things. So women are trying to take over the world, but they're terrible at stabbing things. What? I thought you said you don't take them lightly. Well, I mean, I don't take them lightly for big things. Individually, they're not a threat. But there was some kind of war, like a big war, with men on one side and feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. But we don't know how to stab things. Apparently. And then the day will come when feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, "It's now, motherfuckers!" You're being ridiculous. There's no worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, they have to be massive. They couldn't even hide that on Earth. Someone would know there's a fortress with women only in it. I'm not gonna take my children to a disabled school because of this. Dude, this probably happens at a normal school. Definitely happens at a normal school, because normal school is when you have people always thinking they're vampires. You always have that one kid. Everyone has that one kid that thinks that he's a vampire. Everyone has that. Who said it was on Earth? I turn around for Kenshi and start practicing frowning faces in mirrors so you can't figure out what kind of frown would be best to express my emotions. You can't see from that distance anyway. Which unfortunately means I just keep on ranting without any regard to sense or sensibility. Yeah, there's a war going on, a war not many people know about. A great one that will boil over, encompass all that's known world. And we have to pick the sides, we have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now! Yeah, gravity, you understand. Imagine it, a bloody battlefield, a vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly, when I grew tired and bleak of our fight. Then I mistook the time and power went out for the feminist raid and thought the end was near. At this one class, I thought it was a werewolf and it was cringe. Yeah, everyone has that. Everyone has that one kid. And then sometimes that kid like keeps going through high school with it. Or maybe they kind of changed, but since they went through like junior high with it, everyone knows them as vampire or werewolf kid. They're like, who's that kid? Vampire kid. Who's that kid? Werewolf kid. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. But then if I gave up, it would be all over. It was like, whoa, I knew I had to get serious because I'm the last sane man in this insane world and it's about duty. Must be pretty crappy movement for all the hinges on one naked guy ranting in the bathroom at another naked guy. So can I have the money? He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked. I want to go to class. So I agreed to spot him the money. Awesome. Thanks, dude. We should go bowling later on. Bowling. Yes, ultimate sport where no one bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport. Should I wear my pink bowling skirt with matching shoes or the pastel green flower accents? There are bowling clothes? Maybe. Anyway, you better pay me back. I can pay you back in stuff, right? I don't have time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know, I have class. You're kind of in the way. Oh, sorry, yeah, I don't want to hold you up. I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come. Oh, shit. The time for what? I just like saying that. Give him a fake yen instead. He's blind, he won't know. Dude, that's kind of rude, but yeah. Dude, he's just gonna probably, yeah, in the bathroom. Okay, the time has really come. For what? I have to use the bathroom. Get out! I was just going to, and that doesn't mean it's a big bathroom. So I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure. Okay, what if someone else comes in? I'll think of something. I give him my practice frown, who looks like a silly flick in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though eternity has passed since I woke up. That is the time I'll never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. But right now I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today. Really? Well, you had to hurry that much to be the first person in class? Although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom makes me feel very tired. Should have had breakfast. Black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize this is a good reason to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear tapping noise outside the hallway. It's Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Yep, you could talk about boring stories in the shower, but can't pee like 20 feet away from a dude. For reals! For reals! My gosh, Kenji. Lily stops at the door looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I can see her doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord after straightening her skirt and shirt collar as if she was important to look prim when entering our classroom. Excuse me, she calls out the quiet classroom with probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. Good morning, Lily. So, good morning. I didn't hear you come in. I wonder if she thinks I'm suspicious didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If we were to tell too big of a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here. I was just asleep until now. Oh, have you seen Hanako today by any chance? No, she seems to come in only before the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you? No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in school right now. I didn't hear anyone else come in on my way here. I should have gotten up so early, I guess. You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should? Wait, people should? Punctuality is a good thing. I think so anyway. It's a very busy morning. The festival's coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone's trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that's why it's so quiet today? Hi! Misha pops in the room with Shizune as if on cue, shouting at the loudness. It makes Lily visibly flinch. Hi, John! Hi! Look, the class representative, hello! Lily smiles, probably amused by Misha or Shizune's use of word look. Good morning. Of course, you're not the representative of the class, right? I'm not. Lily seems a little more guarded in her answers to Shizune than she was with me the other day. I guess they really don't get along. And then I realized really may actually not know Shizune is present, and she's trying to detect whether she is or not, and know who she's talking to. Further than she knows, she's talking to Misha, not knowing she and Shizune are practically inseparable. She might expect Shizune being there, the one that actually talks. Damn, how complicated. I decided to help Lily out for my own peace of mind more than anything else. You're here early, Shizune. You're here even earlier than us. Why does this lady need to be more annoying? If she had a megaphone, she'd be breaking glass. For reals. For reals, I agree. Misha puffs up her cheeks angrily. Why is she getting angry? Does she feel emotions on Shizune's behalf too? It's not weird though. Shizune doesn't like my little comment. It's true. I was here earlier than them, so me saying something like that could definitely be misinterpreted as anything. Especially to Shizune, who does have the benefit of hearing tone to gauge intent. Before I can start weighing whether or not I should apologize, Shizune has already moved on. Class rep! It's good that you're here. We have to talk. The festival is coming up in 3 days, right? Other classes already handed in their project budget reports on their events. Even the first years, except you. Ha! There's still some time to hand it in, isn't there? Today! The deadline is today! You're certainly taking your time, aren't you? If you had it my way, you would have all the necessary paperwork days ago. But someone had to say the deadline, please extend it. Yes, that was me. Planning on something on this scale was not a small task, and a week is too small a time frame to expect the whole class to work out some complex issue completely. Do you want to know what's harder than distributing the funds for one class? I bet handling the same matter to every class in the school, and then some. The one who does that is me. Misha puts her hands on her hips and stands up straight. Wow, she's really getting into the role. Lily doesn't look like very amused though. Hey Shizune, are you a little too hard on her? There's still a whole day left. Please, Sasao, it's alright. Lily seems happy to I'm taking her side, but conflicted that I might not think she can take care of herself. If this is about the budget, then I'm disappointed you that I have forgotten about it. I understand how important it is. Then, can I have it, please? Shizune, she might not have it on her on this exact second. It's not here right now. I asked 2 students to take care of it for me, students from my class. She emphasizes the last sentence, much to my surprise. She knows that Shizune and Misha's efforts to rope me into the student council. She's trying to point out someone's mistake when she's constantly trying to force a random kid into a group. Right? Right? I agree. I guess word must have gotten around that she's using as ammo against Shizune. Just gets better and better. It was your responsibility. A budget report isn't something you should just be delegated away as class rep. It's your job to be on top of things. This kind of disregard for proper procedures is really terrible. They completed it, being capable of doing so, but the students have been sick recently, so they could not come back to school and give it back to me. If you want, I'll apologize on their behalf for getting sick. Okay. Though Misha misses Lily's little jab entirely, Shizune doesn't seem torn between being offended by Lily's daring and jumping for joy at the prospect of being of a challenge. Lily, don't they live here at the school? That's a 5-minute walk, you know. What could they possibly have that prevents them from taking 5 minutes out of their busy lives to drop something off that will affect the enjoyment of their entire class? Lily opens her mouth to say something, but Shizune closes the gap between them and starts sighing fiercely, waving her hand like an orchestra conductor. But she tries her best to convey the same passion, but can't seem to lose her normal, cheerful tone. The result is interesting and somewhat surreal. And what's with the attitude? I said that it was not something you should be delegating anyway. You're the class representative, aren't you? Tell me the names of the 2 students that should have your job, if you can't even handle something that simple. One form isn't the full extent of what I'm supposed to be taking care of. So, yep. Misha's so proper with her, warrior laugh and high-pitched voice. Yep. Oops, my bad. Lily's tone is growing slightly impatient. She's doing a good job not letting Shizune say how unsettled she's becoming. She's playing her cards close to her chest. Shizune, on the other hand, rubs her finger cheerfully along the edge of her glasses, knowing Lily can't neither hear nor see how excited she is. Of course, you do as much, class rep. It must be difficult being you. Lily tightens her lips at Misha's words. Clearly understand the intent behind them, even though Misha delivers them without a hint of sarcasm, which we're meant to have. Shizune and Lily don't like each other. That much is clear. But this seems a little much. It seems like Lily has had enough and is already ready to push back. Oh shit! Oh fuck, what is this? This is a battle. I was actually just discussing the budget report before you came by. You must have been very tempted to finish all your student council duties so quickly that you can track me down and make sure I don't forget my own. Are you accusing me of slacking off? It seems like you're confused with me with yourself. I don't think so. That would be very difficult for me to do, comparing myself to you. You were right. The difference between us is like heaven and hell. And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. There between them ripples with the heat of enmity. Well, not really. Oh my god, you can see her panties. Right here. I'm just pointing that out. We got a panty shot, bros. Panty shot. I think it's our first panty shot. Do they mean to do this? I saw Susan's stuff is going down. Going down! Well, not really. They can... Why? Discuss it anymore though. Even Misha looks like she's beginning to understand the real nature of the conversation. Can I? Oh, my webcam doesn't go far enough where I can just like cover it. No, we're a panty shot. Hey Chan, you don't slack off either. What are you talking about? Aren't you taking part of the festival, Chan? You are, aren't you? Then I hope you're going to do a lot more and make sure it goes smoothly than this person. I don't understand why Shizune is suddenly getting mad at me. Hey, come on. Cut me and Lily some slack. Hey, I'm a new guy, remember? This is literally my 4th day. It's not like I could have done much even if I wanted. That's right. You shouldn't expect a charm student to jump right into this on his first week. Lily taking my side feels oddly comforting, so I decide to back her up too. Yeah, you're being unreasonable with us both. Excuses, Miss Class Rep had plenty of time to deal with the report. And repeatedly offered you a position to help with the student council work, but you refused to commit yourself and make the festival a success. Yeah, but I said back then, I'm just not sure if... I don't have time for this right now, no matter what I do. It'll mean being drawn into a confrontation with Shizune, and that's what she wants. Whatever, forget it. I turn my back at them. Lily, class is going to be starting soon, so we can talk more later. I'll tell Hanako you were looking for her. I feel she's freezing. Maybe this is the first time she ever been ignored in such a blunt matter. Thank you, Hisao. I'll leave now then. She gives me the sweetest smile I've seen all week and turns on her heels to make her exit. Soon Lily walks out of the door. I start feeling reluctant about turning to face Shizune. I feel my eyes burning my back, and I can't bring myself to look at her. She must be furious. I keep expecting Misha to say something to alleviate the tension, but it really is wanting too much. Then I go back to my seat and listen to the sound of Shizune's footsteps as she marches out of the room. She doesn't return until a few minutes before class. Hanako doesn't come in the morning class at all, leaving her seat looking empty and lonely in the back of the classroom. I have to tell her that Lily was looking for her and if I see her later. After the events of the morning, class is pretty boring in comparison. I turn to the pages of my textbook lazily. I have a bit of catching up to do. Despite trying to keep up with my studies at the hospital, I'm not feeling that enthusiastic about it. The clock at the front of the room sounds unbearably loud. The teacher hasn't said anything in 7 minutes. So I'm opting to cover the board in rows and rows of equations, taken directly from the book. The rhythm of the clashing of the chalk on the blackboard seems to synchronize perfectly with the ticking of the clock. Yeah, this music's pretty good. I like this one too. I start to copy down the equations just to pass time, even though they are right there in the textbook. When the bell rings, I'm not in a hurry because I have nothing to do. I stay for a while reviewing what's covered in class today. I prefer to leave the last anyways, so I don't have to deal with the crowding in the hallways. Notice Shizune and Misha also stay behind, talking to someone from another class. Shizune signs so fast her hands make noises like swords cutting through air. Maybe there's pent-up anger in there. Misha's trying desperately to keep up, but it's clear she's barely managed to even understand her. put my head down. Whatever they're discussing, it looks like serious business. She uses signs to the point her wrists crackle, but Misha struggles to split out a word in word form. Sometimes she trips over herself like she's dealing with tongue twisters. And then on top of that, she's assigned back everything the other girl says. Seems like a rough job. Misha looks tired and about to faint. Luckily for her, the business is soon finished and the girl sits down at their seats again. Wow, I'm so tired! She's hanging on her head and limping on her desk looking exhausted. And uses the opportunity to reconcile she's in a bit without getting roped into a student council thing again. Though I suspect the door's not closed for me. Let's see. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people from school seem to take the festival very seriously. Wherever I see people idling around before or after class, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. Shoujo scuffs off at me first and decides to ignore or sneer at me, but in the end she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up, looking at her hands, slightly unfocused eyes. She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Misha translates her signing speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shoujo is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. They must have practiced vigorously. Well, of course we're in the student council. You know we're pretty busy. It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. That's why there must be no flaws. I think it was encumbrances? No, nothing that make the festival short of perfect. Shoujo's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello! Hanako. Look at my shoulders, Hanako peering timidly in the classroom, most of her body hidden behind the door. Hey, playing delinquent again? Hanako blushes hard and Misha's straightforward jab, if it only were a jest. I'll need to take my dog, I'll be back. Alright, DJ! Have fun! Shoujo stares at her probing, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away to the point where her fingers are seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Maybe she's showing her dislike of Hanako's association by dislike of Lily. Witch waifu is back! Yep, witch waifu is back. It appears that Hanako probably knows it well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She came by this morning though. Hanako keeps looking uneasy at Shoujo, who stares back at her with unusual steady gaze. What is she trying to do? Of course Shoujo isn't going to look away. She's intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. So uncomfortable watching Hanako reflection to Shoujo's normal behavior. This will happen when two people with two different extremes meet, it seems. Do you know where she is? If she has any sense in her head, she's in her classroom working on her festival project, but who knows where that woman's loitering at. You need to find her? She's looking for you in the morning, but I guess you have missed each other. She waits a little without answering the simple question, looking awfully like she's not sure if it's proper to answer such a question. Yeah. I can come with you, if it's okay. Hanako nods fractionally, still on guard, her shoulders stiff like wood. I get a feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's too late to back off now. She has a really troubled expression. She seems to aware almost constantly, one that makes me constantly be on guard myself. I wonder why. Let's kind of understand why she always seems to be so wary, or maybe more like why there could be a person like her. But I still have no idea how I should act around such a person. It's dinner time soon. Were you planning to eat with Lily? She nods slightly. She must have been trying to get in the cafeteria. Well, there's something of a dinner crowd, just like the cafeteria is crowding around during lunch. Sounds bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako could be discouraged from going in. I pick up my bag and we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, so I slow down to match her speed. Does it take long for us to be walking at a comfortable pace down the hallway? It almost feels like we're going for a stroll together. Something that I can't say I've really done before with the girl. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking the same thing though. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes within arm's reach of me. I guess she's still a little uncomfortable around me, given how shy she is. There doesn't seem to be much helping it, at least for now. By the time we arrive at the cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily is nowhere to be seen. Hanuko's head sinks lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? Just at the library. I was reading. She does spend the classes she skips at the library. Ah, so nice. A thorough search then. I guess she'd be in her own class like Shoujo said, right? Right. Why do all the girls that are lonely in middle or weird and no one likes them become a waifu in high school? Imagine the girl you thought deserved to be alone in middle school, now a hot waifu in high school. True. That is true. God, she's being so awkward. Thanks. It's like I need a double-layered silk gloves with padding to even begin interacting with her. Like small talk. Oh, excuse me. Might help. Okay, let's give me a breathing break. If I'm starting to yawn, because then it won't stop. That means I don't have enough air. Let's see. It's hard to tell what silence between us is hovering on the edge of both of our minds. So, you and Lily usually hang out together after class, right? Yes. I'm not quite sure what I expect from her answer, nor why I even asked the question. It's rather obvious after all. She doesn't seem like the type to cultivate a social circle either, so I suspect that Lily may well be our only friend. Must be a pain being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives it a sharp, almost reflex nod. Compared to Lily's careful thought about her actions and speech, Hanako hastens to make her answers as prompt and short as possible. Lily comes by the classroom though, even though she's busy. She gives a small smile as she says it, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. Aw, cute. She's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more. Both of us content that the discussions reached an end. As we ascend the staircase back to the lobby, we're met by a group of students heading down the stairs of fish moving from one feeding area to another. She seems to keeping mostly to themselves. Before I notice her doing so, Hanako has moved around behind me. Hey, are you alright? Just keep going. The students pass without much of second class, and Hanako takes up her position on the side again as we enter the building. Her momentarily reprieve from her anxiety all snatched away. You know, climbing the stairs to the third floor, she doesn't seem to relax. It sounds as if I've never known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanako seems pretty far beyond what I call normal. Her fear of other people. If it weren't for Lily's... Let's see. I attempt to ship Hanako and Lily for fun. I know! This is hard. There's a lot of good girls. A lot of good girls in this game! A lot of them. Why are they so good? Why are these girls so good? Even for Lily acting as a mediator, I doubt Hanako would have been able to... Oh my god, guy. Whew. This reading, man. Rin or Lily? For reals. I think that's what I want to go for. If it weren't for Lily acting as mediator, I doubt Hanako would have been able to walk beside me like this. She seems completely shut down in the presence of others. The rest of the walk to Lily's classroom continues in strained silence while I rue in her inability to socialize at all. After we make up our way up the stairs, the noise coming from Lily's classroom is oddly from the hallway down the halfway down the hallway. I was expecting such din at all. Well, I guess we found her. This wasn't hard. Did Hanako come here first, then come to me for backup? I wonder. Well, if that's true, at least she's starting to trust me a little. It can only be a good thing. Eventually, the two of us reach the door to 3-2, with Hanako's less than subtly positioning herself behind me. I open the door. Inside a hive of activity seems every student in the class talking at once as they hurry on their separate tasks. Going by the paint cans decorating the banners being made, it must be coming for the school festival. I thought everyone in this class was blind. I guess my first priority should be finding Lily. There. Finding her among the din is surprisingly easy. not the least because of her looks. With a couple of students gathered around her, as she stands at the front of the class, she seems to be in charge of preparations, or at least busy organizing them. Carefully negotiating a path through the various students hunched over on the floor for a lack of desk space. I raise their hand entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. Hi, Lily. She pricks up her head and she breaks off talking to a noticeably smaller girl who must be her classmate, trying to listen to us the best she can. Sorry, who? Oh, sorry. Hasao. I have Hanako too. Hi. She's pretty skittish considering the number of people around, but it's too hard to work out why. Lily takes a moment and pause to assess the situation before turning to the other student once again. For the moment, it was just Moria for advice. Kenji's busy with painting one of the banners already. Oh god. A quickly nod, she bounces off the finger, carefully sliding along the wall's face for the orientation. Wait, Kenji? That Kenji? I turn around, leaning to the side to see past Hanako. Sure enough, in the corner, Kenji's hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints it. His lines revealing only inches from the brush remind me of how close he had to be able to make up my face when we met. Dude, he's gonna be so high on fumes. We got the shy girl, proper girl that works there, annoying girl, smart girl, and whatever Ren is, I guess, tomboy. We're just missing the edgy girl. Oh my god, you're right. Edgy girls are always my favorite ones. And that's probably why I like the tomboy one. Because edgy girls are always my favorite girls. Damn, you're right. We're missing edgy girl. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have any students with even partial eyesight, so they're in high demand. That's right. Class 3. Oh my god, Kuya! Thank you for the diamond! Thank you, thank you, thank you! Oh my god, thank you! How are you doing, Kuya? How's life? Just playing anime stuff. If I can talk. Ah, Kuya! That's right, 32 specifically students poor vision. Preparing for the festival must be pretty arduous for them. Need a hand? I can help you if you need some. Maybe Hanako could too. A chance to set her mind on something would do her good. I'm good just watching you. I'm not reading, to be honest. Good. I'm reading it, so you don't have to read it if I'm reading it. Okay? But you can see all my mistakes. A chance to set her mind on something to do her good, but I doubt she has the courage to ask outright. She quickly nods an affirmation afterwards, so I'm confident I made the right move. Lily gives a noticeable sigh of relief. Ah, that's good. These might actually get finished before everyone goes off to dinner now. Would you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him, and no one else can help. Kenji? Sure. She seems surprised I know him. I can't really blame her. I take it you've met. Our rooms are in the dorm right next to each other. Hard to miss each other, really. Well, it's good you're getting friends so fast. He's crazy though. Friend, I wonder if that's the right word to use for him. Hanako's silence during the proceedings reminds me of the reason I put her up to the helping in the first place. Well, we'll go help him. He knows what needs doing, right? That's right, just ask if you have any problems. Coursing in an ascent. What? That doesn't make sense. Hanako and I begin another trek across the classroom. Kenji sits crouched on the floor, his gaze fixed on the white calico in front of him. He lays on the ground now. Hey, Kenji. No answer. You can see he's dragging his paint-soaked brush along the large, half-painted kanji that's been stretched on the sheet in pencil. Kenji! Huh? What? Who is it? This is the way he treats class members. It's no small wonder he's working on this alone. TARDIS! Hello! Konnichiwa! How are you? How's your wife? You spoke about money making a shower. Of course his guys are friends. Dude, well, and he came to class late. He probably ate all the pizza by himself too, right? Remember, he wasn't going to share the pizza. He's like, oh, you're getting pizza. Are you going to share? No. Rude. Rude. Harry Potter's here. Let's see. If this is the way you treat class member, oh yeah. Well, you're making progress. You actually said, how are you, before perving on my wife. Thank you. I make some progress. Right, I know that, man. What are you doing here, though? Dismissive attitude annoys me. He must be the type that gets focused on his work, hating to be disturbed by anyone until he's done, I suppose. While we talk, the sound of Hako's footsteps as she walks from behind me reminds that she's here. I was just gonna help with the banner, Hanako and I, that is. Hello? Oh, hey. I guess that's okay. So as Hanako enters the equation, his demeanor takes a complete about face. His son's Fox hospitality is slight unsettling. What the fuck? Is he really trying to get girls? I don't understand. Alright, women, on second thoughts, this might not have been a great idea after all. Hanako and I grudgingly set ourselves down on the opposite side of the cloth banner, to Kenji noting that several small pink tins on the ground around it. Class 3-2, noodle stall? You guys are selling noodles on the festival on Sunday? Yeah, some stalls outside or something. His non-committal nature sparks a fair amount of suspicion on my behalf. The task at hand comes first, though. Hanako is basically darker-haired Yuri. Yuri from who? From which one? Anime. I mean, her hair is like the very, I mean, a lot of their hairs are very... Anime doesn't have many hairstyles. I love way of Harry Potter. So, how do you want to split this? Do you do borders while you do text, or do you want to switch and do borders? Text is mine, you do borders. He expresses really strong feelings on this topic. Oh, Doki Doki Literature Club? You're right. You're right. That took me a second to be like DDLC. I'm like, I know this, Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, you're right. She's a darker haired Yuri. Yuri is cute though. And you're right, it's always like this hairstyle that's always the shy girls, huh? He has surprisingly strong feelings on the topic. As I reach over to grab a brush, I notice Hanako's already debating between the colors to use. By the time I put the brush to the cloth, she's already started on a delicate pattern. Looks like my idea of taking her mind off everyone around her work. With a dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. Not before Kenji takes advantage, Hanako's working to lean towards me and whisper, oh my god, I don't even know. Conspiratorially, though? Okay, man, why are you here? Hanako just wanted to help and find Lily, that's all. He's apparently disapproves of my motivations. I get it. It looks like I misjudged you. You're infiltrating them, aren't you? Going deep undercover. I should have guessed. I mean, that you sit by him would probably be better than outlying, lying, or annoying him in any case. Is that why you're here? Obviously, it sucks. But there's no better to get intel than going in yourself. We gotta stick together, man. There's a harsh school, harsh world, man. Yeah, very harsh. He misses my true meaning as he leans back, satisfied and my sympathetic to his cause. I better get down to work. Damn. Finished. Looks like I am too. Good job. The two of us connect up the lines of our patterns, mine being close as a copy as I could manage of hers. Psychic spy! Psychic spy! I love that. Like, are you a psychic spy? Are you a psychic spy? That's why you're here, aren't you, man? That's why you're here! How do you know I'm a psychic spy? Psychic spy! With a grunt, I lever myself from the floor and look around. Aside from Hanako and myself, there's only Kenji's left finishing off the sign as well as Lily and a couple of students making among themselves in the classroom. Looking at my watch, there's no surprise it's getting pretty late. Need a hand? Offer a hand to Hanako. She uses to get herself up. As she does, I can't but glance at her wrist. The scars extending even there. It's just how much her body is burned. I feel a pain of guilt about it. However, she quickly covers her wrist in the other hand. Looks good, doesn't it? She looks surprised a moment before noticing that I'm at the banner. It does, I guess. Her smile shows that she feels a slight sense of pride in the result, just as I do. Well, the floor is significantly neater for the decorations being placed on the desk. It shows. Oh my god, the yawns are coming! The yawns are coming! It's much easier to get Lily as we cross the room. We finished the banner. I guess it's all that needs to be done. Lily gives a approval nod. Thank you, Hisao, Hanako. Certainly way I can thank you. It's fine. Be sitting in my room studying at any rate. I don't mind either. She nods before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? Just as I open my mouth, Kenji gives an answer from the other side of the room. Yeah, I just finished. Oh, my first shy girl smile. So cute! So cute! Carefully slides the sign into the empty section of the shelf to dry before quickly walking past us and out the door. See ya, man. Bye. The remaining two students say their goodbyes slowly before taking their cue to leave as well, leaving the only three of us. Well, I guess that's everyone. I hope we don't have anything like that again. Working past school time? Indeed, the class plans this year are ambitious, maybe too ambitious. Stall looks nice though. She's right, it shows a lot of work gone into them. My, a lot of us would be glad to hear that. At least now there's not much work to do until the festival itself. It's getting pretty late, should we go? That's probably a good idea. Are we going back to dorms as well, Sao? Yeah, I guess I'll tag along. The nighttime lighting makes the gardens look quite different. Compared to the usual look of the lush greenery, things are much more calm. Being that is so late, the lack of students around probably helps. The odd one or two can be seen scurrying to and from the dorms, trying to make the eek of most of their approaching curfews, but no more. All that can be heard is footsteps in addition to Lily's cane regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. It's nice to finally be able to relax a bit after a mad rush during school. Without noticing, I let a small yawn. Tired? Yeah, still getting used to the flow of things, I guess. The thing with Shoujo took me off guard, though. I grit my teeth a little and the kind of mention it for the rather public spat. That said, I do want to sort out what in the world was behind it. About that. Sorry about waiting so public. Shoujo and I go back some ways. Her voice seemed slightly irritated as she remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. I got to Hanako for her views on this, but her expression is unsurprisingly evasive and difficult to read. Either way, I guess her apologizing for it is something, even if my curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad once the festival's over in any case. The change of topic welcomed me, clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine. My old school festivals were a lot more low-key than this. Yamako stresses the idea of school community. So the staff likes to make our festivals such as special occasions. And yet the students are the ones who do the work. What an unfair world. Hanako and Lily both chuckle in agreement, savoring the fact that none of the stash around here are grumbling. I'm back! Welcome back, DJ! I suppose coming from a strict all-girl school helped me relax with Yamaku compared to there. Yamaku is such more relaxed. That'll go away toward explaining why well-bred speech and behavior in any case. As we come to the dormitories, it eventually comes time to leave our respective rooms. See ya, Lily, Hanako. The two of us give polite nods before setting off to the women's dorms, just next to the guys. I expected such arrangement there'd be staff member casually patrolling around outside to prevent the nighttime shenanigans. Walking past him, I quickly stretched my arms around my neck, both quite sore after having worked on the floor for so long, before walking to my room. Feels good to actually have a direction, though. After so long in the hospital, the everyday facts of studying, homework, and teachers almost seem like almost a blessing. I guess if it continues like this, my time at Yamaku might turn out okay. Feeling tired, I set my alarm clock to wake me up as late as I can afford, while still making it to first class. The nurse's voice was nagging in the back of my head about morning jogs. I make a resolution to make up for it by going to walk after school tomorrow. Yay, so got the harem! He meets the shy girl and officially started the harem. Is that how it works? Emmy won't care either way, I bet. Da da da! Ba, 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 ba. Sorry. I just count. I wake up and take a hot shower. Back in my room, the first thing I see a familiar row of medication bottles lined up on the dresser. It makes me depressed as usual. It's annoying. I thought it was okay. I thought I made my peace with this thing, gotten over it. But what I really did, allow myself to forget that I have a problem. Being here just really reminds me of the reality. Trying to fight against it just hurts. Reflecting on what's going to do so much. I've gotten this before. For months, it seems like it's time to get over it. If I allow myself to forget that my life is definitely not going to be as long as those of others, I won't get anywhere. My life may be different from others, but it's a life in progress. That's how I rationalize it. I downed the usual handful of pills, trying to push the sudden dreary feeling out of my head. Then I prepared to head to class early as usual. It started when the game started, but that's how Shy Girl is included, so I call it started it now. Damn, dude, it's been hours and finally we start the harem? As I step in the hallway, I notice Kenji coming around the hallway corner, stealthily making his way over to his own room with a large bag. As he sneaks past me soundlessly like a ninja hiding in plain sight, I called out to him, "Hey." He jumps at the sound of my voice. "Oh, hey, man, I didn't notice you there. I'm really tired." I think it's more that you didn't see me, but that's not the issue. Where have you been so early? Shopping? Nah, I was just shopping. Sometimes I have to visit the math teacher. Yeah, I figured it would be a good idea to find out when the next exam is, since he tells you in advance if you want. So then what's in the bag? I thought I'd go shopping while I was outside. I need some place to continue the fight against the vast feminist conspiracy. So he had money to go shopping, but not money to buy his own damn pizza yesterday? This kid, though. This kid. I thought you didn't go outside. I wear a hat now. I said I did not point out that he's not wearing a hat. Our awkward silence settles between us, and Kenji breaks by pushing his door open slowly, releasing a creaking sound into the air, which makes the moment seem more awkward. He sets it back down inside his room and closes the door. Can't even notice, even if you weren't tired, you're blind. I'm surprised you went out of your way to find out a test day. Trying to make advantage and opportunity to study is pretty diligent. I never study. Oh. I just wanted to know when the next day was. I was still going to take it. Duh, I just need to know what day. I can't afford to skip class. He usually sends out updates on that crap by phone, but I had to step out and check up on it. Then why do you have to go out when you have it on your phone? I don't carry a phone. Is that Harry? Yeah, this is Harry Potter. Pretty much. Pretty much Harry Potter. What do you mean you don't carry your phone? You just mean you just leave it at home? Nah, I don't use phones. I don't have a phone. I have no phone. Phones are not here. Phones just disappear. Why don't you have a phone? How can you not have a phone? No phone at all? No phone? I just don't like phones. Actually, I'm kind of scared of them. I don't know why. I think it's some kind of repressed trauma. But basically, when I hear a phone, I get nervous. It's my darkest secret. I have two theories on it. Either I have some fear of receiving some undefined, ominous, life-altering doom call, or is beaten with a phone in the past. Beaten so badly I can't remember it. Beaten in the head. Well, where else would I got beaten with a phone? That would make me unbearable to remember it. The ass. I don't want to think about that. Oh god. Unexpectedly logical, I feel depressed now. Sensing this conversation is more or less over, Kenshi opens the door again, prepares to head inside. Yeah, I'm going to sleep, dude. Have a good one. Class is going to start in like 20 minutes. I already did something today. I'm too tired to go to school. Except this is naked Harry. That's for money in the shower and is too scared to pee 20 feet away from a dude he just spoke to naked. And then go shopping the next day. Like, what the hell? He should have used his own damn money for pizza. Rude. So rude. Hey, need some lip balm? I accidentally bought 2 because I thought the store had started selling Village Doubles 8 batteries. Thanks for that, no thanks. Whatever, man. He swiftly enters this lair, finally letting me go to class. For a change, I'm not among the first ones to come in the morning class. Instead, almost everyone seems to be here already. I recognize most of my class by their face by now, through the names escape me still. Class goes on lazily. I think I'm starting to get into the rhythm of the school. I even stopped worrying about taking notes and being overly attentive. The first days were pretty high-strung in class. Moto finishes his lecture about electricity early and continues without a pause about the festival. So as you know, the festival is the day after tomorrow. I hope everyone's projects are going to be successful this year. Have a good time. Also, come Sunday, please keep the meaning of the festival in your minds. Games and fried food. Everyone bursts out in laughter, and so do I. Yes, thank you, Mikado. But, you know, oh shit, I didn't see that. The remainder of the sentence is burning up the ring bench, and everyone packs their things. We deliberates for a moment, but since almost nobody seems to pay attention anymore, he gives up and sits down. Oh shit, the crowded hallway the school probably get. Most of the students seem to be heading down for the cafeteria. I've never seen this before, it actually really scared me. So, I'm going to make you a one-time super extra special lunch offer. Emmy's homemade lunchboxes and privilege of enjoying them in private with 2 bombshell beauties. Oh, we're gonna eat with what's her face. Her overly flirtatious sale pitch echoes in the hallway, a remarkable feat since it's full of people. Emmy strikes a very confident-looking pose, as though attempting to one-up her own ridiculous, puffing her modest chest and making the V for victory sign with her hand. Sounds delicious. Why do I owe this honor of being invited? You stood there looking really lost and sad, so I thought you could use some company. Really? Thanks. That's probably the most depressing reason imaginable. It kind of is. It's like, you look sad and depressed. Come eat with me. It's like, hi. So how about it? You're probably really lonely when you eat the awful cafeteria food all alone. Otherwise, I'm adding Emmy and watch the list. You're adding her. She should have already been on the list, Gravity. She should have already been on the list. I'm kidding. Sure, you have lunch offer with pleasure. Let's go to the roof. The roof? Why the roof? Because that's where we eat lunch. And if I don't get up there, she'll probably wander off, and they just know she'll go hungry because she never packs a lunch for herself. Who will? The girl we like. Come with me. Without answering the question or waiting for a response, she grabs me by the arm and drags me through the hallways. I attempt to make conversation on the way. Why do you have an extra lunch? Emmy smiles guiltily. Actually, it was yesterday's lunch. I slipped in and run at lunch and I forgot to eat it. Huh. The stairway to the roof is a little dilapidated, but it's very clean and used regularly. At the top of the stairs is a door complete with a missing padlock. I wonder who intrepid individual that removed the lock. Emmy shows the door open and steps beaming into the sunlight. Suddenly, a tall stranger appears out of nowhere, standing imposingly in front of us. Emmy flinches back, almost falling down the stairs. Hello! Yikes, you scared me, Rin! Wait, isn't she... our waifu, Rin! She's actually pretty tall. And then look at these boobies. She kind of looks thick. I like it. Unless, like... I mean, if she's filling out these pants, like she has like a curvy look that I like a lot. Noticing that Rin is speaking to me, Emmy looks curiously at me. You two know each other? She looks confusedly at Emmy. She's that friend of yours? Rin has turned her gaze towards the clouds drifting above the school. I didn't know you knew this person, Emmy. The awkward silence lasts only for a few seconds until Emmy lets out a tiny giggle, struggling the coincidence off. I invited Sal for lunch. You know him. That's just better. Oh, does that mean I don't get food, or you invite him for lunch without lunch? Got to go. See you later. I'll watch recording before I enter the next stream tomorrow. Enjoy the boobies. Thank you, Gravity. I'll see you. Bye. Neither. Add food for 3. Nice thinking. They went to the other end of the roof while I stay at the clock tower for a while, taking in the atmosphere. There's probably nobody else here. I guess the roof is not popular as other schools. A few rundown benches and tables are scattered on the edges. Perhaps it's an attempt to make the rooftop look less desolate. Small pebbles covering the roof rattle beneath our feet. I peek through the chain link fence and take a look at the school grounds and beyond. Students are strolling in pairs and groups around quadrangle and the cafeteria. A few delivery trucks are driving past the school towards a convenience store nearby. Somewhere a watchdog barks at a passerby. Somehow, when I look toward the town center, the small town feel strikes me very strongly, almost palpably. The hectic lifestyle of being big metropolis seems so far away and foreign here. Nobody has to run and catch the bus like their life depended on it, or get their senses overloaded by the neon lights and traffic jams. I feel surprisingly optimistic about this new life of mine. Look at my new hometown, even though it's going to be mine for only one short year. Finding out my illness and having to move away from home all came so suddenly, but I haven't had time to think and feel about it. When I step out of the shadow of the clock tower, I feel the warmth touch my back. The sun shines from a perfect clear Kyrian sky. A cool breeze sweeping over the rooftop makes me shiver, but only briefly. The wind carries the scent of trees and flowers, not smog and car exhaust like it used to just a few weeks ago. And he settles on the bench with Rin in tow and produces 1 big and 2 small lunches. Boxes. Come on, Hisao, what are you waiting for? She is beckoning me to join them, making room on the already small bench. I see myself in the corner of the bench and take a little space as possible. It's pretty cramped, but somehow the three of us fit on it. Impressive view! Emmy suppresses a giggle and places a lunchbox in front of Rin and hands another lunchbox to me. Oops, my bad. Here you go, lunch as promised. Homemade lunch no less, I'm impressed. Wow, this looks really good. Thanks, I make them by myself when I can. Oh, wow. Conversation dies off and I set about my business of feeding myself. Taking a few bites, I glance up and notice Rin definitely opening the lunchbox and popping a fork into food and using her feet. Although I've seen it before, I can't be impressed by her dexterity. It's almost a reminder of the sort of place I am right now. Will I ever get used to sights such as this? I can't decide if I'm getting used to such a thing or be a good thing or a bad thing either. Does getting used to this place mean that I'm giving up on being a normal person? Or does it mean I'm becoming more understanding about those around me? I'm distracted by my thoughts the sight of Emmy tearing to her lunch as if it insulted her ancestors. Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong one. You seem pretty hungry. Emmy licks my mouth half full and swallows before nodding. My morning run always works up an appetite. Which is great because I burn through lunch pretty quickly. Helps me keep my girlish figure. What would happen if you lose it? Would you become a man? I nearly choked on my lunch trying not to laugh. Oh, he's so... Oh my gosh, yeah. Seriously, waifu material. It's a figure of speech. Does your figure have to run in the mornings too? Do you always talk like this? Talk like what? I think that answered my question. Never mind. So, the struggle to think of the small talk and settle on the obvious question. How do you two meet? Rin seems content when Emmy answers the question. Someone in the housing department thought it would be that we complement each other well, so we're assigned rooms next to one another. Complement each other? Like shoes in a suit? Huh? Emmy giggles at my confusion. Put us together and you've got all our limbs, get it? Oh my god. Ah! So I started helping Rin get ready in the mornings, and that was that. You mean you can't help someone get dressed every morning and not get along? I see. Rin chooses this moment to interject. I have trouble with shirts. Right, it seems very obvious. Really? Kind of. Don't get it. So the girl here, she doesn't have legs. The girl here doesn't have arms. So they thought it would be awesome if they like both their rooms are next to each other, because then they'll have all their limbs. So she walks around on those metal things, metal slats. And then yeah, she doesn't have arms, so she helps her in the morning get dressed. You can't tell because you since it's only waist up, but yeah, she doesn't have legs. So that was the joke. They paired them up so they have all their limbs together. yeah, that was a joke. So yeah, it makes sense because we don't usually see her legs. But like her full avatar or whatever. So now you can get it. So, Timmy seems to find the whole thing funny. That combined with the fact that Rin generously curious makes me slightly bitter and yet confused. I mean, you've got no arms, so putting the shirt on seems one of those things that would be difficult. You know what? I'm just gonna stop talking now. It saved me a lot of trouble in the long run. Rin nods and I suspect in a sage manner. I see. Conversation dies, so I turn my attention back to my lunch. It's quite really good. Emmy finishes her lunch first and makes a contented noise. Ah, that was so good! She busies herself with cleaning up her lunch. Rin speaks up. I'm thirsty. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Sorry. With a flourish, she reaches in her bag and removes a trio of lunch boxes. She tosses me one that appears to be cranberry juice, one to Rin that appears to be some kind of strawberry milk, complete with pink color scheme, and keeps the equally pink box of some kind of fruit punch to herself. Rin dexterously stabs her straw through the top of the box and begins to drink. I'm once again impressed how flexible she is, but at the time I keep my comment to myself. Somehow I don't think either Emmy or Rin are the sort of people who think twice about the way they work around their particular disabilities. Rin especially so. Indeed, she gives up an impression of being entirely unaware that she's missing limbs at all. Whether it's not conscious decision is another matter.
I'm honestly not sure. So, do you like it up here? It's quite nice, actually. I love high places for the view. Thanks for inviting me up here. And for the lunch, too. Emmy grins a 1,000-watt grin, pleased by my response, I suppose. No problem. Feel free to eat with us next time, too, okay? I won't make you lunch, but you can bring your own up here. No lunch service? I don't know. Emmy looks mocked and offended. Trying to make advantage of my good nature? The nerve! She giggles. Well, if that's your answer, I guess Rin and I will keep eating lunch alone. I'm suddenly assaulted by the most heart-rendering puppy dog eyes I've ever seen Emmy pounce. Kidding! I was kidding! I'd love to eat lunch up here again. Good location, the company's okay too. Emily frowns a bit in a declaration of okay, but seems happy enough that I've accepted her invitation. I guess it makes us friends now. At least acquaintances. Lunch bell rings, signaling a return downstairs. Rin, you didn't finish your lunch again. I wasn't that hungry. If you don't eat more, you're gonna fade away! Rin shrugs if it's an acceptable risk. Come on, we better get going. The three of us head down the stairs together. After class passes, once again, I find myself without a plan for something to do after school. I head to the library to return a couple books I finished reading. Walking inside, I see that there's many students here that they're on Tuesday. All more evident, there are almost total silence enveloping the room. As I drop the books I borrowed into the return slot on the counter, Yuko suddenly pops up from behind it, quite startled from the banging as they made the hit the trolley next to her. Ah, sorry Yuko, I didn't mean to startle you. No, that's fine, it happens a lot. I'm used to it by now. Can I help you? It's okay, I know where everything is. Thanks anyway. I suppose I'll grab another book or two while I'm here. There's not much else to do. After reading so much during the stay in the hospital, it's become a hard habit to break. I wander down the fiction section and towards the back of the library, scanning the bookshelves for anything that catches my eye. As I do, I look over the corner where Hanako has been last time I was here, not really expecting anything to come of it. Surprising though, she's there, absorbed completely in a fairly thick book. I decided against intruding her on last time. I get back and fighting reading material. After the indiscernible amount of time spent perusing the aisles, I finally decide on a couple of books to get inside them off the shelf. With a minimal fuss, I quickly walk over to the counter, check out my books, and pop them in my bag as I walk out. By the time I leave the main building, sunset isn't too far away. A small trickle of students remain, but the majority have left, presumably to their homes and dorms. I guess I need to buy supplies. I can't live off cafeteria food and eating out for my entire stay here. As I leave the gate, I feel the stretches and try to stave off the tiredness that accumulated over the week. As I'm passing around the corner, I see a solitary figure walking downhill towards the small town below. The color of her hair and tapping her cane are unmistakable. I quickly walk up to her, which seems to catch her attention without a word of needing to be said. Hi, Lily! She takes a moment to place the voice, slightly adjusting her head and face a bit more towards the source of the voice as she does so. Hisao? Yep, that's me. She seems to have good memory for voices. The fact that she actually remembered is a pleasant surprise. Good evening, what brings you here? Once again, she gives me a polite bow, and once again, a reply in kind before realizing that I didn't need to do so. I'm just going to town, you. My, what a coincidence. Doing the same thing, eh? I usually go shopping on Fridays. She pauses for a moment, suddenly looking at her a little lost. That said, Hanako usually comes in town with me. Ah, not lost, but worried. The two seem to be pretty close tabs on one another. That's kind of surprising that Hanako would just forget Lily like that. I know she's reading in the library, she probably just got caught up in the book. She lets a small sigh of relief. Thank you, she has a habit of doing that. Avid reader? Right, she doesn't like being around crowds of people, so reading away from everyone lets her relax a bit. Although she probably didn't intend it, I can't help but grimace at recall my first meeting with her. Hardly wanted to bring it up, I remained silent as we quietly continued to walk down the quiet road. Tack, 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 tack. With the road barefoot of cars and the students of Yamaku increasingly far behind us, the quiet rustling of leaves and the measured tapping of Lily's cane against the sidewalk are all that can be heard. It's kind of nice, especially compared to the hustle and bustle of where I used to live. Before I know it, I'm relaxed so much I allow neon escapes before I can control it. Tired? Yeah, I've been running ragged these past few days. It's an understatement, to be sure. Transferring into a different school would be bad enough, but nothing like this. Well, hopefully everything should settle down for you. The festival's got everyone in a spin right now. You've been plopped right in the middle of things. Oh, we have a kitty. A warm kitty. Very warm kitty. He's like so warm. Aww. He's like laying right in front of my keyboard. His tail is like on my keyboard. Aww. This is the best ever. He's having a pet. The moment I hesitate, but I give her the parent tolerance for frankness. I decide to give my full thoughts. I guess Emiko's kind of different though. I mean, the formalities surrounding everything, the isolation around it, not to mention the most obvious difference. It's kind of a whole different mindset, I suppose. I'll get used to it though in time. She gives me a matter-of-fact nod, apparently pleased with my answer. It almost feels like if she's including me in the flock of students she's shepherding, along with the class of 3-2 and Hanako. Well, not that I mind, it's nice to get my thoughts off my chest in any case. Look in the bright, let's see, the cat is cold because she's outside. Why is the cat cold? Or your cat is cold? Wait, do you have a cat, DJ? You should cherish the ability of making new friends. That optimistic, nevertheless, it's good to have a positive attitude about such things, I suppose. Yes, I do. Yeah, my cat is just here. Really, really warm. He's actually shedding. He like never sheds. He's trying to get comfy. I don't have a little pillow for him. How many cats do you have? Just one? Well, I'm optimistic, nevertheless. Good to have a positive attitude of such things, I suppose. I guess it's good to take on it. Oops, walking down. Oh, can we go back? Good, I'll take on it. Okay. Walking on down the road seems to come somewhat unsettled. Before I can ask what's on her mind, she seems to collect herself and speak up about something else. So we're in town. Where are you going? One. Same. Only have one cat too. This is so nice. Just petting my cat and reading. He's such a good kitty. You seem pretty happy. So where in town where are you going? That's actually a pretty good question. I'm coming to buy food, but the layout of the place is still totally foreign to me. I tend to just wander around and see what I can find, but the sunset already approaching and nightfall not too far away, that doesn't seem very wise. I'm going to have to ask your directions again. I was just going to get some food, but now that you mention it, I don't know the way. Well, now that's quite lucky. I was about to go to the convenience store myself. You just have 5 cats. 5 cats? What happened to all of them? 5 cats is a lot of cats. You know that, right? Like a lot of cats. Looks like I'll be in your care again, thanks. Together we walk to the store. My pace carefully slowed to remain beside her. Compared to my usual walking pace, hers is quite a bit slower. Not that without reason. After what we could do more than several minutes, I catch sight of her objective. This town's pretty small. Died. So is your one cat pretty old too? Without further ado, we make our way inside with a greeting from the counter. Mind if I tag along? Usually Hanako will help me, but seeing as she's not here, it takes me a moment for her to realize what she means. No, a year. Oh, that's good. Yeah, my cat is 3 years old. They're like, me and my husband always had older cats, but you know, they die and we get super sad because we get so attached to them. So we decided to have a younger cat with us. And he's been amazing. That's awesome. That's cat that won't die too fast, hopefully. Considering she won't be able to read any labels, shopping without any help would be a pain for her. That said, I can't shake off the feeling that she had this idea since I was coming here. Sure, it would be my pleasure. I grab two well-used red baskets from the small stack beside the entrance, handing one to Lily. She lays on the ground, putting her school bag in, retracting her crane and sliding it through the basket handles before picking it back up in her hand. Wait, she doesn't use her cane. Before I can complete her thoughts, she comes beside me and pinches the scuff of my uniform with her slender fingers. Oh, the cat hair is now getting my nose. Now it itches. We have 3 dogs and 1 bird. Wow, you guys have lots of animals. This kitty is my only animal. I mean, we also have a dog in our house, but that's my roommate's dog. So I live with a dog, but I don't take care of her like my roommate does. I get to pet her sometimes. When I wanna. Let's see. Before I can complete the thought, she comes pinches him with, "What? Is this alright?" Sure. I have no reason to accept, but I think of worse things than shopping with a pretty girl holding on to me, even if it's out of necessity. We navigate our way through the store, with not one of the occasional passing customers seeing the bat an eyelid. Considering how close Yamaku is, I'm guessing seeing students from here must be entirely normal for the local residents. As we reach the aisle, I quickly check with Lily to find out what she needs. I grab it along with what I'm looking for. We put our items in our respective baskets. I guess it's the same routine she and Hanako follow every Friday. Right, all that's left is bread, and that should be my shopping done. Do you need anything else, Lily? No, this should be everything. Off we go then. With a quick side trip to the bakery section, we make our way to the registers. The line, thankfully, is almost non-existent. It's not too long before we both paid our food and are out the door. As Lily retrieves her cane and extended it at full length, I wasted a minute looking upwards to the night sky while holding both of our bags. For a moment, I tried to make clouds with my breath, but the summer's heat doesn't seem to cooperate. Eventually, she rights herself, taking a quick stretch before taking her bag and leaving me to my 2. You tired as well? The festival preparations have been complete chaos. The shizness breathing down my neck doesn't exactly help things either. Hey, she's only trying to get everything organized. Better now than later, right? I suppose. I'm gonna enjoy relaxing in town tomorrow, that's for certain. Guess festival preparations must be taking their toll on both of them. As we walk into the quiet street, taking between ourselves as we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Stretching. He's gonna go back in the bed. It's a lot more comfortable in there. Yeah, a lot more comfortable. Before it's 7 dogs and 2 horses. Dude, that's a lot, man. That's a lot. 7 dogs, shit. Dude, even 2 big dogs is a lot. I can't imagine having 7. Hello, Max. How are you doing? How's your day? I'm debating if I should eat lunch or not. What do you guys think? Oh, wait, not for me? Doing great. What about you? What do you mean not for you? I'm doing great. Just for playing this game, it's really good. Try not to yawn too much because with lack of air. My hands are cold. Give me a second. Because it's easy. Oh. It's a lot of food to buy and stuff, and then to, like, take care of them. See, we walk into the quiet street, talking between ourselves, we carry our bags of food and supplies from the store. Wait, what's that? I don't know, it's a very distinctive figure making its way towards us, silhouetted by the street lamps. For a second, I think it's another male student from my class. But as he, or if I say she, gets closer, I recognize her quickly. Rin, what are you doing here so late? Rin? Lily pricks up her head, like she's trying to focus on listening more keenly. It suddenly comes to me I should probably interpret the scene for her. It's Rin Tezuka, I think that's her last name from our school. She stiffens at the name and gives a complicated-looking expression, something like a focused fusion of composed smile and painful cringe. Ah, I understand. I guess Lily knows Rin too. Rin turns at Lucas, looking terribly out of it. I'm not entirely sure what she recognizes either of us, or at least she doesn't acknowledge it if she does. She looks like a zombie or a statue of a zombie, but slowly some symptoms of understanding seem to light in her dark eyes. This is something she must react to. Rin blinks once, very thrillery. Hello. There's an awkward pause. Everyone's waiting for someone to say something. What are you doing here this late? I was wondering about that myself too just now. What? Some people asked that just before. I assumed they were wondering the same. I don't know. I didn't know, and they didn't know either. I asked, that's why I'm wondering. What the fuck? So that's pretty much it. A murder mystery without murder. Oh my god. They were going that way. She turns face into her right to demonstrate the direction of other people went to, as if it was important. Then rotates back like a mechanical puppet in one of those overly complicated clockworks. For a person who gives an impression of being quiet type, Rin really does a lot of words to say things that don't need a lot to be said. Unsure if she's finished, I say nothing. Neither does Lily, who seems equally robbed of words for the time being. I think both of us in fact are just scared that any response might provoke her to continue. Our stupefied lack of a reaction doesn't faze Rin at all. She keeps looking at us, expectedly a calm hint of expression on her blank face. She seems to be that kind of person, always relaxed. But a bull elephant grade sedativs were flowing in her veins in place of blood. Do you have amnesia? I don't recall you having any of the sort, though. No, I don't think it's that. Other passerbys are probably just worried, though. You do look lost. The way you're standing in the middle of the street. Oh, I see. Maybe I should have taken some kind of pose in that case. I was wondering whether I should chase this angle further or give up for the sake of my own sanity. I just decided on the latter. It seems like most of the time it's better not to read too deeply what Rin is babbling about. Talking with Rin is like playing chess with a supercomputer who does not seemingly completely random moves as if to mock everything you know about chess. It's like that except with human interaction. Even if I win, I feel like I'm losing. Damn, if just like Kenji said, even if when I win I lose. This is the power girls of Yamaku? I push the thought aside and dangers to consider it further. It's probably like Kenji's anti-female propaganda getting to me during a moment of weakness. Yeah, maybe taking another pose would have worked. So anyway, you have no idea what you're doing here. She frowns, looking extremely displeased at either my question, its consequences, or the answer she's about to give. I do have some idea. I can't really tell what kind of an idea. That sounds like progress at least. Lily sounds like she spotted an opening of some kind of discernible, normal conversation. I can't say if I share her optimism. Yes, there's some definitely. The rest will come later. I'm sure of it. I always have reasons. Ensuing silence kills Lily's hopes of two visibly. That didn't last long. Rin's, as far as I could tell, base and assurance aside, what should be done? I could just leave her on her devices, whatever those are. It's late, and I don't think any thanks of Rin could be standing here in the middle of the night. Which she probably will, unless she manages to remember what she was doing here in the first place. For me trying to guess what might have been going through her mind, she decided to embark of this adventure. The chances seem to be on par with winning the lottery. Several times in a row. Lily is oddly quiet, too. I'd appreciate some support from the sidelines here, especially more familiar with Rin than I am. But it can't be helped. It seems her familiarity with Rin is exactly why she's staying up subdued. So I'm saying you're going somewhere and not coming back to school, and need I where? Her eyes wide in shock as she jolts back in a somewhat artificial way, making it seem like an active rehearsal in a situation like this. Are you a mind reader? Is that your disability? How unique. No, what? Why would you think that? You knew what I was doing! It's just an educated guess. We walked the same streets in the other direction just before Jessica to the store. If you're going to the school, we would have met you on the way. Ow. She looked a little disappointed. Like Kenji, Rin appears quick to jump at completely irrational conclusions. Maybe it's something in the water here. I'll make a mental note and stock up on soft drinks. You know, this is the second time this week that someone asked if I was a mind reader. Do I really give off that impression? Rin shrugs her shoulders, which is the answer I get. You know, maybe you should come back with us to the school. Lily entered to check, so I'm about to further debunk all alleged mind-reading capabilities. She sounds rather concerned, the paper-thin smile on her face badly distinguished that fact. Maybe she came back to the same conclusion as I did, for everyone's sake. I decided to let the mind-reading topic drop. This is entirely insane anyway. Yeah, Lily's right. If you can't remember, there's no point staying here. Rin considered the rather simple deduction for a moment, then nods. Okay. We started toward the school again, haven't wasted any more time than necessary with this episode. Rin walks along the edge of the sidewalk with her arrhythmic way, looking like a mix of sleepwalker and rope dancer, while Lily keeps one hand on my shoulder, tapping at the ground with her cane. Tap, step, step, tap, tap, step, step, step. Apart from that and a few fragmented beginnings, the conversation is quiet. A quiet part from the relaxing one in the town, at least. So how's the mural going? We are going to get bad luck. Never talk about works in progress. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Bad luck. Tap, step, tap, step. She doesn't care to talk about it. Lily's politeness feels out of place for the first time. Step, step, step. The hill Yamaku rests atop is fairly steep going uphill. We slow the pace, but I feel my pulse rising, my breathing heavier. Almost there, I can see the gates already. More than that, though, I notice Lily's hand slightly tighten on my shoulder. Interpreting that it's a gesture, she wants to ask something. I speak up. Anything wrong, Lily? Her sister said, aside from from our traveling companion, but only just. For most, she seems to debate whether she should bring it up, but goes for it anyway. Is everything alright? Alright, what do you mean? The fact that I can't interpret her incredibly vague question puts her off for a second. It's just you seem unusually tired, I guess. Now she brings it up, I notice my breathing is shamefully heavy. The uphill has really done a job on me. Lily notices all too quickly. Oh, well, these are the both girls we like, so... Sorry, I'm not very good to... It's alright, I just need to catch my breath. My condition isn't the best these days. Oh. Something that is related for you being transferred here, I mean. She cuts herself fairly abruptly. Maybe she likes being too intrusive. Her instincts are sharp, though. Well, I don't like the subject. It's not like I should lie about it. If it's Lily, I don't think I mind. It's just I'm a little weak for the time being. Hanako said you look fairly healthy, so I naturally thought. Lily doesn't finish her sentence, letting it trail off a measure of concern. She furrows her brow. Lily's uncomfortable expression spurs me up to say the least something and to ease her feelings. It's surprising that she's flustered considering the straightforward attitude with her own blindness. She must know that not all share her comfort about such things. No, it's okay. I have a pretty, I guess the best way to put it, messed up heart, arrhythmia. I had a bad heart attack a while ago because of it, and spent most of the spring in the hospital. Ended in Yamaku on doctor's orders. She sadly nods her head in acknowledgement. My answer, though, only seems to make Lily furrow her brow even further. She doesn't seem to quite know how to react, given we don't really know each other that well. I can't really fault her for it, given I have the exact same reaction. To my surprise, in a moment in time, her face shows that she comes to some sort of realization. Wait, so this time when Emmy collided you in the hallway? I grimaced slightly, and her ability to connect the dots so fast that unexpected. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna text my exam about why those rules about running the corridors exist. That was a lot more dry than I intended. Lily visibly shies away from continuing the topic. While I want to assert her concern, I don't want her to dwell on this either. Don't worry about it. I try to offer a reassured smile and I realize the futility. Without knowing this, Lily smiles at me reassuringly, doesn't say anything further. Running down in the dorms, Rin stops in front of the mural as if the lighting struck her. She had been quiet for almost all the walk back, but I must have forgotten she was here. It's Friday, isn't it? Yeah, Friday, the 8th of June. This is bad! Bad, why? I think I'm going to go in fetal position, throw up, probably in reverse order. Is there something wrong? No, nothing. It's Friday, nothing wrong yet. The mural is going to need to be finished by Sunday, so everything's alright. Do you have any drugs or time machine? This is not good, not good. So she's behind schedule, recalling she needs exasperation on Rin's carefree attitude several days ago. I don't know what to think. She left herself open to, told you so, unless you can pull off whatever she needs to be pulled off by Sunday morning. Rin keeps staring in the mirror, looking mortified as she can. Leave me, I'm gonna need to work for a while. I glance at Lily, expecting her to share a courteous look at me. I roll my eyes, but then I realize she's not the one to do that thing. Leave me! We do, of course, not wanting to abrogate her any more than she already is. She's turning bad feeling to my gut. Rin shares a knack for making me feel people worried about her. She seems like a person who should never be left alone. Maybe we should call somebody. She sounds like she's going to shock or something. I'm sure she'll be fine. She just needs how to say. Lily cocks her head, trying to find a polite way of calling Rin crazy without calling her crazy. Unique? Yes, a unique person. I guess you could say that. She giggles the notion mediously, nodding in agreement. Sorry for leaving you stranded as you talk to her. I don't really understand her, so I keep my distance. Somebody guesses right. Lily offers a slight apologetic smile, as if sorry that her own shortcomings have prevented her from coming closer to Rin. I'm not one to blame her at all. Lily, let's slip a long breath, probably disguised as a yawn. I imagine she's exhausted by all this as I am. I better leave now. I'll give these to Hanako. Thank you for the company, Hasao. She smiles very sweetly at me. It feels different than normal, despite the fact that she seems to be smiling so often. I cut my finger and the difference is it's just different. Relax, I'd say. That's probably more relief I'm getting over getting rid of Red, maybe. Yeah, good night. Say hi to Hanako for me. I will. Good night.